How's everybody doing? So, you know what's funny is I've heard people call me fruitcake, nutcase, out of your head, wacko, what are you this, what are you that? And I'm only creating imagination. I am only looking in between the scales. I really should put up a background in the back I really should put a background in the back that says, like, why are you here? Why have you joined this page? Why are you here? You have 24 hours in a day. Why are you here? What is it within your inquiring mind? Why are you not walking, jogging, hiking, watching a movie, whatever? Why aren't you doing something right now? But you're watching me. Why? What intrigues you? What do you want to know? Why would someone like myself come here and sit on this channel like a news channel? Imagine if the news people, the anchors came out here. Okay, imagine this. The anchors come out here. Now remember, it's an anchor. It's a news channel. Now, why are they anchoring in? Are we on a ship or something? So we have the anchor, or is it encore? So the AN and animal, I'm just trying to think, 14 and 11, 25 and 33 is 58. I never liked that number. When 8 and 5 come together, I never liked it. It recreates 53 and it creates the crown to what is 5 and 7, the feminine and the masculine. It's almost like a gearing system. You know, when you try to get this gear running at 600 RPMs, okay, still turning at 600 RPMs, it's changing the sprocket, getting it over to that one over there, but needing to reduce it. But the only way to reduce it is to get that one to turn, to get this one to turn, to get that one to turn, right? So this is what we're in right now, and I just lost my head from where I was. So what do? I look at the letters in the alphabet. All the letters individually, what do they say? Right? So this is what I do. What do they say, and who am I to dictate? Who am I to say what these letters say other than A, B, C? What does A say? What does A say? I mean, I should look it up. What is the letter A? I mean, I should look it up. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was fooling around with a little bit of paint. Like I was just putting some. Let me see if I can do this. Open this barbecue so I can sit it at the right angle. Right, so I was just fooling around with this paint here, like there and there and there and there and there. Maybe we should put more there, and maybe we can have like a sun that would go through. And then I took this thing, you see in here, in the cracks. So when you swipe it like that, it feels the crack. So I can just smack it back on in another spot, right? And then just scrape it all through. And I think there's too much. I wish I can like do it a different way that it doesn't go on this way. There's way too much yellow now. Way too much. Way too much yellow in there, right? So now what we can do is we can put a little red, maybe one here, maybe this way, maybe that'll work. Looks like somebody ran across the screen. I think we need green. Hey, what do you think blue would do? Would blue turn it into green? Maybe this is where the sky is bleeding right over here, right? Oh, that is ugly as sin. Oh, that is the ugliest. That is the ugliest thing I ever saw. I'm going to create something. Oh, and I know this is no good, this blue. This has got to get thrown out. This is going in the garbage. That's just thrown in the garbage. Try not to touch the tie. So what can we do here? I want to make something dark. I want to make something dark. Maybe this can do something dark. I'm telling you, I'm not good at this. I just want to make like a dark hole right over here. Right over here so we can go on in. Maybe I can turn it this way, right? How can I turn this? I had it up against the window before, but I don't think my sister would like it. Where can I put this? That we can be square, right? There's nothing square here. Oh, maybe over here. I think I can do it here. Yeah, that would be square. I can do that. I think I can do that. Let's see if I can do that. So let's see if I can. Yeah, we've got something like that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, eh? Yeah, what can we do here? What can we do here? And then, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? I don't know, but that don't look too good. Something's wrong with this picture. We got to be able to do something with this. This was too big, right? Over here. What can we do with this? Man, we can maybe make an outline. That would be good to start with. That would be a good outline. We took this and just drew it to the outline. We ran an outline. A big starter. We ran an outline. And an outline to the picture. You see some of that. Yeah, we're going to do some numbers after. We're going to talk about association. Talk about the dogs barking. See how we can. Gotta see how it's gonna go, you know. You're gonna have to drag it all the way through that. The yellow zone. Let's see how that looks. Oh God, that's. I need some color over here. So now that. Oh. Who's out there? Hoof, 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 hoof. Who you calling? You're a dog. You're a dog. Who do you think I am? Who are you calling? Who are you calling? Who are you calling? Ozzy, you want a cookie? You want a cookie? Come get a cookie. Come get a cookie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ozzy, come here. Ozzy, come here. You want a cookie? You have to come right here. Yes, cookie? Cookie, jump. You want a cookie? You want a cookie? Yeah, jump. Hold on. Where's okay, just stay there. Okay, let's go over the cookies. We just want to thank. We want to thank all the Greek. We want to thank the Greek gods like Zeus for entertaining us with these biscuits, des biscuits de Canada. Le demi-prix. Ah, bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va? T'en veux-tu un biscuit? Non. Oui, tiens. Oh, t'es gentil. Allô, mon chien. T'en veux-tu? Oh, c'est gentil. Avec la main aussi, la peinture puis tout. C'est bon. C'est bon. Tu vas assis? Tu es pas ici? Tiens. Oh, c'est gentil. Et le chien? Oh boy, c'est gentil, mais le painter, no way. So what I'm going to do is, I was just saying, dog is dog in French is chien, right? We've never really talked about that before. French and English, dog in French is chien, Chien. So it's a 5-letter word instead of a 3-letter word. But the cat is chat. It's Chat, and that's a 4-letter word. It just so happens the female is number 54. It just so happens that the reverse alphabet for L and V, like Las Vegas, V is E and L is O, velo, love, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the only numbers that run in duplicate, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what is 3 is 6. Like, look. Does anybody know what I do on this channel? We're all 4 of us. I know Elami has been here a million times. Hafa has been here. I've never seen you. Mia, maybe. Elamia, yes. Make this life cool. If you've been here for the first time, hello. I'm going to say hello to everybody because I really have nothing on tap tonight. Never have anything on tap anyways. So if I have something on tap, am I tapping into something? Am I at a brewery? Is this a microprocessor of some sort where I'm brewing the oats, right? Am I the running the V8 or the V6? Hey guys, I gave you some gravy tonight, didn't I? So I talk about the alphabet. Now, what can somebody possibly talk about with the alphabet? I can talk about the word dog. Well, that would be 3 letters in the alphabet. And what more can there be more than just 3 letters in the alphabet? I know you want me to pay attention to you. One day I'm going to get you dry dog food, like the other kind of dry dog food. The good kind, yes. The really good kind. Yes. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Oh, you like this? Oh, it's just paint. Look. The dog is like, woo. Yes. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody? Yeah. So just let me finish that little. I'm working on this. Like, it's supposed to be Charlie Brown, but I don't think it's going to work out too good. So just give me a second. I need to get my phone. Wow, this is the phone. Wow, my phone is my phone. I went in to get my phone. My phone is in my pocket. So just give me a second. Charlie Brown. I'm gonna have to make a lot of changes. Charlie Brown is very light brown. So I'm gonna see if I can remove some of that. So if anybody has any questions, right? For this round, before I move on in, if anybody has any questions, like what can I do with the alphabet? Does anybody know what this is? Has anybody ever seen keypad, recents, and contacts? Has anybody had any recent contacts lately? Recent contacts. The dictation and cordial ways of this planet is not what you think it is. A, B, C, D, okay? So what can you relate to that might connect you to seeing a little bit deeper, right, into the ABCs? Have you ever thought of 3, 6, and 9? 1, 4, and 7. Is there anything in numbers besides cooking or temperature, weights and measures, periodic table? I haven't really done much on the periodic table, but when it comes to Celsius and Fahrenheit, every time you move 9 Fahrenheit, it's a 5 Celsius. The reason I believe that is that 1.8 is the separation, and 5 times 1.8 equals to 9. 5 and 9 are associated. They plug in together in the deck of cards. The 5 and the 9, you lose the 5 inside the 9. The 9 is like the ace, is like the 3, is like the 5, but is not like the 7, yet they're all odd numbers. The 7th card is the 1, 3, A, B, A1. Okay, then you go to B, which is actually the 3 card, or let's call it 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. But the 7 card, right, doesn't have a heart zone. It has a zone above, right? So I look at this as it's not the heart zone. It's not the sun zone. So it's the moon zone. The moon this way, the moon this way, or the moon in between. That gives you the support for life within the realm of 10. And that's in the deck of cards. That's what I'm talking about. How is everybody today? How's everybody? Let me see what's over here. Thank you, Shama. How's everybody? I'm going to be going in the house soon. Right now, I just want to finish off what I began, or just what I was fooling around with, which turned into a sham. You know what I'm saying? It's turned into a real sham. So I got to just... Okay, that's as far as I can go with this. And now, hey, what are you doing? Whoa, 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 whoa. When I say whoa, I mean whoa. There you go. There you go. Maybe Richie's going to come into the room very soon with Fonzarelli, right? You know Fonzarelli? Hey, Mr. C. Hey, there you go. Yeah. Hey, Bob. You know the name of his dog is like, hey, Bob. I think we're too far. Hold on a second. We're not getting this on camera, right? Everybody knows the name of these dogs. And you know, I'm a little absent-minded. Sometimes I forget the name. This is Bob Barker. Hello, Bob. There you go, Bob. Is your name George? I saw you at the bush lately. Here, George. There you go. Have one for the bush. What's your name? What's your name? Oh, you must be working for the, you must be working up at Head State, right, by the parla, something that was meant. There you go. Eat that up there. Eat that up. There you go. I know the past life was hard working above. Your friends are trying to get you back, but don't worry, we love you. You don't want me to touch you? No? All you want is a candy? Is that all you want? Is that because I called you Bob Barker? Has anybody ever heard of Bob connecting to Robert? Has anybody ever heard of that? Right? Connecting to Robert, Robber. Anyways, let me finish this. Whoop. How you doing? I'm in a... No. No. No, spent it all. I went through it all. Well, there was only 6. Oh, nothing. Just the moon. Yeah. Yeah. You're coming over? Okay, I'll speak to you after. Ciao. Wow, this guy should be bringing me over a case. Let me see. Yes, so I was looking at that picture. So let me finish that. So the alphabet, right? So this is the way I see the letter A. The letter A is like this. Imagine this is a division or a wall, right? And what they do is they put a plank up against the wall this way and a plank against the wall that way. And this is what it is. That wall in between, that's I. That's who I is right here. This is the wall that's in between. They have to jump. Is it the 4-foot side or the 8-foot side? You ever go and buy lumber, a 4x8, when you're talking about planks of plywood or a 2x4? Well, you say 2x4, but how long is it? Well, if you say 2x4, that's this, but it can be 6 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet, 12 feet. I think they have even up to 16 feet, but that's, I think, pretty rare because most floors are no more than 12 feet, right? When you go from floor to floor. I didn't go Florida, you know what I'm saying? So the A letter straddles from the left to the right. You ever see the arm goes this way and the other arm go this way? So now you say, you might be guessing. I might be guessing, right? In theory, I have to guess. Now, here's where I got this understanding that when I start from the bottom left over here and I go to the top right, it goes 4 and 4. And when I go from the bottom right to the top left, it goes 2 by 2. So does that mean the angle is different? Because it took me, you see, when I go up to here, it's by 3. So when I go here, it's by 4. But when I go this way, what has happened that made it further away? What has happened with that 6? Just to let you know. Builder's code says it's the half area space between the above and below. 6 is a 1.5 area space. Noted that 4 is all that you need. Everything after 4 is just the expression of what's within 4. Here it's 1.25, right? If each one of these, okay, were, hold on a second, what is it? 4 times 1.25. The value of this, if it was 1.25 and 1.25 and 1.25 and 1.25, that would equal to 5. And now you have 5. So now you have 5 here. That would say, well, that's 6.25. Well, then what would these 4 be over here? Right? It'd be 5 times what is 1.25, right? Or is it all these quarters that equal to 1? And then because it's at the center, right, it's only worth a quarter. So the quarter of what is 1 is 1.25. The 0.25 being the center. So there's a couple of ways to look at this. And the 6, I look at the half area space, right? I look at the half area space. The difference between 1.5 and 2, I've just found this out. I knew this already, but I just saw a different way of looking at it today. Because sometimes I see a lot of combinations that I know they mean something. I just can't place them. Just like 25,920, just like 25,926. The difference between ending in a 0, ending in a 5, and ending in a 6, and ending in a 1 is 0101. That when it's a 1, it's a 6. Two sides of the cube. One side of the cube is 1. The other side of the cube is 6. So when it's a 6, it can also be a 1. So when it's a 0, it can also be a 1, which can also make it a 6. The O letter is the 15th letter. 1 and 5 equals to 6, and the vibration of 432 runs between. Let me go take a look at that design and see if I can tweak anything out of it that's half decent. Before we go inside. All right, I'm just going to move you a little bit closer before we haven't begun yet. Let everybody talk. I'm looking for people to come up and ask questions. Let me see. What do I have to do? Yeah, I'm busy here babysitting, or maybe the dogs are babysitting me. I just want to tell you that I did not take them out for a walk tonight. I am desperately needing Susan to take me for a walk, which is just an element of saying my toe is sore. I wish I can see it up like that, right? I can't see it like that. Otherwise, it's going to fall over. Can I put this somewhere else? Okay, so let's just see if I can do what I'm trying to do. Then we're going to go in the house. Oh, God. Let me see. Oh, there's no way I can do that. There's no way. I need to scratch a line that runs here like that and then sort of like does that. That's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. So we're gonna change the whole inside of this face over here. I want this whole inside of this face. I want the side of this face in here. Whoa. You can see me. Oh my God. Are you spying on me? Wow. Oh my God. What happened here? Wow. That yellow really disappeared, eh? I don't know what I'm doing, so don't worry. I'm trying to see what's coming out here. There, yeah, we're missing some stuff here. We're gonna take a little of that off. You know, some of that has to come off. I don't know. Yeah. You know, we need more yellow, eh? So you're not supposed to do it this way. You're supposed to put cake. That's what we need. We need some yellow. Yeah, that's looking good. Now I'm happy. There, that looks a little bit better. How do we get these eyes out there? How can we get the? That is the ugliest I've ever seen. What does it look like from here? Oh, that is ugly. That is just horrid. You see, from this distance, I like it. See, from here, I like it. But otherwise, that is horrid. I'm telling you, that is horrid. So you take it apart. and you scrumple it all up, and it becomes a little bit bigger and becomes really, really, really yellow. So we're going to erase this now because this is just a black screen, right? How much do we have to take off? These are my skills. I want to show you. Somebody said, "Can you paint?" And I said, "Yeah." This is me painting. Yeah. That's it. That's it for tonight. That's it. The radiant sky. Let me see. Does it look like that? Does it look like the radiant sky? Can you see inside of it? There's a picture inside the picture. Oh, do you see inside the picture? Like, can you see, like, look inside? Looks like there's two eyes, like an alien coming out from the inside. So I should have darkened it on one part of that, right? I should have kept a little bit more yellow. And what part did I see that? A little bit more black on the bottom. I need more black on the bottom. So I need. I want to see if I can still see that. Yeah, it still looks like there's something there in the center. See the way it looks like there's something in the center? Coming out from the center? Anyways, okay, we're going into the house. We're going into the house. Flip the camera. How's everybody doing? I think I let two flies in. How's everybody doing? I'm going to plug this in here. Plug this in here so I don't lose any battery. Just give me a minute. I have to plug this in as well. Well, is there only two plugs here? That's not possible. Okay. Yeah, and that's okay. And hey, give me a minute to bring everything back into that. I'm coming back in the house, so I might go out at 10 o'clock and walk the dogs tonight, but not right now. So, okay. I'm just setting up like a little space for myself. And here it goes for the first time today. For the first time today, I am having a coffee. At least I think so, that it's the first time today. I know I had started a coffee today, but I never made it to my mouth. Whoa. Having a problem. Oh. Can you just give me a second? It's warming up. I didn't drink much after dinner, although I'm still hungry. I've been a very good boy, keeping the screen going mentally. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm coming. I'm coming, I'm coming. This is ear. This is ear. Okay, now this is too low. Yeah, sometimes it's slow if I had other people up on the panel. So what is this? Oh, right. Come in. Come in. Yeah, sorry it's taking so long to prepare. Come on, come on. In, up. You left open the door yourself. Now I'm looking for one other thing. Where is it? Doo, doo, doo. Not here. Not here. Not here. Oh, that's funny. It's got to be somewhere. There's the lemon. There's this. There's the coffee. Just give me a minute. I'm just trying to understand where all my stuff is. Okay, this is here. Very slow night tonight. Okay, this is here. This is here. That's there. I don't get it. Something's missing. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, just about ready. Just about ready to go. Cleaned up this, the dishwasher is working, the coffee is done. How's everybody tonight? Yes, it's a long show. You know, when you're waiting for the show, you're waiting for the show. Who's coming out to the show? Who's in their 60s today? I'm so happy to be the age I am. You don't know. And somebody might say, well, it's soon time for you to go. And I'm saying, go 22. When I came to life, it was 66 to cross the eye of the crossroads to the 88 constellations for who I am. To go, I will go to where I came, and I shall be the life of all forever and ever. And 22 in go is the letter E for electron, for energy. Go in Monopoly is 7 and 15, 22. 7 and 15, 22. Does anybody know what that 7 and 15 is? 22. When you play Monopoly, 7 and 15, 22. It's the 7 ball and the 15 ball. They're the same. I'm telling you the story of games, alphabet science. Nothing is deniable because it's fair for all those who play. Battle Batman, Burgundy. We're going to begin in a couple of minutes. I'm just going outside. There's 6 people here, 6.6K likes. I got a tie on. I got 2 dogs. They got 4 legs each. I got 2 legs. Got a dog, 2 dogs, 4, 2, 4. I mean, the dog must be the gateway, right? Actually, the dog is an 8. I'm just looking. It's a 4-legged. I was just looking for some. Oh, here's my coffee. Okay, what did you want? Did you want to? Oh, did you want to stay in or go out? Oh, I have to shut this, eh? Come in, Ozzy. Come in, Ozzy. You stay there. Stay okay. Stay outside. Stay outside. You want to come in? Okay, come in. You want to come in or stay out? Okay, stay out. Come in. Okay, come in. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How is everybody doing? Sorry it took so long. I know I'm always here joking around. When should I stop joking? When do I stop joking? Okay, here I am. Let's see what's going on over here. Welcome, thoughts that are divided amongst the Aries.
Hello, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I mean, sometimes when I speak, I joke around, right? So, and I know the basic, what do you call it? The alternative reality of words. So sometimes I'm hesitant to just say I'm doing well, but in layman terms, I'm doing well. Thank you. Yourself?
Cool. That's ideal. Yeah, I'm doing very well, my friend. Yeah,
Just,
no,
just,
absolutely. Did you get a chance?
just 1 second. I'm having a little trouble over here. What is it? What
No,
is
that's all
it? My dogs, the dogs. What?
right. That's
What?
okay. Yeah. So I've got a cat. I know what it's like.
Oh, he wants to say that's a problem.
I did have dogs, but my dogs have gone. So
Wow.
I've got a cat.
At this time, I didn't take them for their walk.
Wow. I mean, dogs beside you is having like a god beside you, as they say.
You just hold on a minute. I got to drop
That's
something
okay.
on the floor. I don't know what it is. Now I don't remember where it was. I don't know what it is. Now I don't know where it was, but now I found. Isn't that funny? First I didn't know. Oh, now I spilled the coffee on the floor. Well, I needed water to scrape that up, anyways.
I was going to help that guy. The Forbidden Eye Piss, he's put 242. I don't know if he wants that translated.
What
I
is that?
translate that for him. He put 242 in your comments, so I basically translated it for him because I do numerology and ciphers and so forth, and I made my own program. I sent you a video in your messages. It's DM to you to understand my
Okay, so I
my
received
concept.
something and I can never open anything in TikTok ever.
All right, it's in your messages. It's in your DMs. When you get a
Okay, I'm
chance, you
gonna
don't
just
have
give me a
to.
second. I'm gonna check I'm gonna check where the phone is. Just give me a second.
That's
Where
all
is the phone?
right. And so I have several devices as well. I have to do it like that way. Uh,
Give me a second.
no worries, bud.
Outside, maybe it's out here. Oh, yeah.
I'll give you 14 seconds because 14 seconds is 1 second to me. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, it's so big here. It's a pleasure to work here to take care of these things, these dogs. So I'm gonna check my phone. Oh my God. Um, when did you send this?
I sent it earlier because I sent you some information like saying that most people think that the 24-hour clock is a night, a day and night, when actually it's 336 hours is a day and night. So basically that's 14 days after pass before a day and night really passes.
Okay, okay. So I saw that. Okay, I didn't see the note between me and you. I saw that in
Yeah.
my last video, and I noted it down. And I'm happy you spoke about that. It's been a while. You don't
It's
know.
been a while since I've heard someone speak the way you did, and then I was just like fascinated, and I was just like, "Oh man, the guy is on to the same, but in a different way, obviously." But I completely, I gelled with you, and it just brought back everything what I'm doing with numbers and with the way that the universe works as a cosmic clock, as I call it a cosmic clock. You know, the moon and the sun is the in metaphor is the hands, basically, is the hands of time, if that makes sense.
I don't know what makes sense, what doesn't make sense. It doesn't sound
Well,
stupid.
yeah, yeah,
It
I
makes
know. It's
complete.
just, I just obviously, yeah,
Yeah,
I just probably,
it's
obviously,
just the
yeah,
terminology. Like for me, I don't
yeah,
really
yeah,
know what it, like if I would write down hand, and then I can put hands, so that's more than one,
yeah,
and then of time. So time
yeah. Well,
passing is
time. If what I'm trying to say is time is within everything. Yeah, time is within the sun and so forth. And so time, you're everybody's born within a time. Yeah, you're born within a time, a month, and a year, and so forth and so on. Yeah.
okay.
So if you think about it,
Check this out.
yeah, go on.
Okay, because me, I work. I don't know if I'm doing numerology, but what I do is I do an alchemy of gematria.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You alchemize the both because they're both one of the same. This is the thing. See, numerology, astrology, scienceology, and all that. It's all one of the same. And once you get that concept, you understand that you just alchemize it all together as one because it's all just one. Yeah, this like good and bad. There is no good and bad. It's just one. It's
So
just one of
we
the
can
same.
look at this. I want to show you something. First, I want to work on 336, but first I want to show you something.
Yeah,
I have to believe
please.
that if there is something, and the good Lord said, you know what? If you're going to deceive the people, at the same time you're going to show them the truth. If they're smart enough and due diligent to be aware of where we are, but they made us unaware of a certain element, and that was to follow the God and not to know that God is within us. Right here.
100%. 100%.
You know what this
100%, my
is?
friend. Well, it's the diamonds and clubs, but
Forget about the diamonds and clubs. At one point, it's a Lemire, I think, or something like that. But it's not really that. It's the
right,
four
okay.
and the six. The beginning
Yeah,
and the transfer is right here.
yeah, got
You know
you.
why?
Yeah, of course, yeah, because the four is the 4 months, the four spring, summer, and winter. Exactly the same. Earth, air, wind, and fire is the four elements.
Right.
Yeah, within everything,
So what it
and the six
is this
yeah.
is the
Sorry.
halfway area
Yeah,
in the card. So
100%.
therefore, it's 1.5, 1.5.
Yeah,
This four is apparent already in the six. It's 1.5 times the
yes,
difference.
yeah, I understand.
And
Hmm.
now the six becomes what is the nine?
9. Yeah,
So what happens when it becomes a nine is these two elements disappear. The
that's
ace
right.
element appears in the center. Two go up and two go down. These double up. It becomes 8 around 1, 4 and 4 when you look at the 9 card. So this is the way I'm gauging it by games, what the games are telling me. So the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, and the 10 all have the 4 card in it.
Mm. And also think of the game of chess as well. Think of the game of chess with the squares and everything else, and people got to understand what each piece does. Some people again are pawns, some people are castles, bishops, knights, and that, but they all have a role. Yeah, and obviously the strongest piece on the table is the queen, but obviously that can be argued because it can be the pawn because the
One
pawn.
sec. I can't hear you, so I'm gonna have to either mute myself and you talk to everybody, or just give me a minute because I like what you said. I need to listen, but I have to see what the dog wants.
And I'll just say to Forbidden, I didn't think that you. I just thought you might have wanted it translated, mate. Sorry, I do apologise. All right, if you don't want it translated, that's absolutely fine. I just thought you did because you put 242 in,
Oh,
so
I
I just
wasn't here.
thought,
I couldn't
does
hear. I
he
had
want
to go
that
in the other room
translated?
and get the ball.
Yeah, no. Someone's just said that I don't want it translated. Well, if you don't want it translated, you don't want it translated. I could just translate it for you, my friend. I just don't understand why would someone would put 242 in someone else's comments and then just not expect it to be translated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Sorry.
What's going on?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, hungry? Come
But
here.
I do apologise for offending you, Forbidden. I'm sorry, mate. Yeah. I'll take it back. Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Oh, starving.
Good boy.
If that is energy. Well, just to let you know, mate, anyway, just for peace of mind, if you didn't know, Forbidden, 242, 2 is the duality of partnership of balance of yin and yang, 4 is the foundation of earth and stability, and 2 is the repeating duality of cycle. So, just in case you didn't know that, but I just thought I'd give you that. Obviously, there's more in detail, but we'll leave that for another day. Anyway, back to the 336, my friend.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
the
before we
reason
get
I
to the
found-
336,
Yeah, go on.
when you said the word hands of time, the word hand
Yeah.
or and, even if you just want to put HA or AN or ND, ends in ND equaling to what is, I like to equate with second.
Yep. But what is actually a second? Do you know what a second
Well,
is?
it doesn't have to necessarily be a second. It can also be the second
no.
hand. You follow me?
Yeah. Exactly. Again, one of the same.
We all have, how many hands do we have really? Hand over hand, helping hand. So irrelevant to that fact, the word of in itself is 21, representing the cube. The word of in itself, the 15th and the 6th letter in itself, representing the cube again. Why? There are 156 faces on a Rubik's cube, equaling to what is a center cube, one of these cubes that is as a cube here, 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 here. So when you go all the way around it,
And 5 plus 6 is 11. So therefore, there's your 11.
yes, and the 1 and 5 is the vibration is held between the 5 and 6. I forget which math equation it was that will equal to 815. And I can even use that as a number at night. Like if you want to talk about the number 420, 420 is this. Now it doesn't mean this. It just means where it equates. Okay? On every side of this cube, when you look only at these 4 sides of this cube, if I say 80, you'll say okay. And what it is in this position, 8, 4, 6, and 2, which is the water and earth position, it's all void. It's void on the 5, the 4, the 2, the 3, and then it's void again on the 1. So it's 4 times and then 1 times, making 80 and 20, right? But over here, it's 80 and 10. But if you look at it all together, it's 110, and that equates to the tower. Each cube equates to the tower, 110, 110.
But doesn't the 0 become nothing? Because 10 is 1. There is no 10.
When it comes to 0, right, we have to talk about the game of Baccarat, and to understand 0, we have to look at that law.
Right.
And if you notice,
'Cause
the laws of games with the RAT, like Earth, EARTH, and where we added on the TH to the R, the same thing is where RT comes together as an ART or an RAT, rat, that in the Chinese zodiac, they have the rat instead of the ram or the Aries.
Yeah, and if you spell Earth, but you take the H off and then put it at the beginning of Earth, it makes heart. So basically, because like I always say, like, you know, the universe means one word because uni is one and verse is word. Yeah. So basically one word. And then earth is the heart of the universe of the one word unspoken. So the first there was the word, and I've done a video for this as well to explain it and my hypothesis with everybody to prove that basically you live in within the word, within the one word, which is the universe, because you live within the universe. You don't live without the universe. You live within the universe because the earth is within the universe. It's not without the universe. It's within the universe. Whether it's traveling through the universe or not, it's still within the universe. And you are within the earth. And earth and air, wind, and breath is within the earth, not within the universe, because the universe is space. But if you're not saying what I'm saying, but earth, air, and breath is the fundamentals of life. Without earth, air, wind, and breath, there is no life. They're the three concepts of life, and I proved that.
What do you think about the difference between 3 and 4?
The difference,
Yeah, like what would you rather
well,
have, 3 or 4?
well, three is a trilogy, so three.
Yeah, because if you're
There is
watching my back and
you
I'm
are the four.
watching
You
your
are the
back,
four. You're the four. You're the four, not the three. If that makes sense.
oh,
You are the three of the four.
okay, why do you say that?
As in body, soul, and spirit.
Hold on.
Yeah, heart, mind, and spirit. Heart, mind, and spirit. Heart, mind, and spirit. So that's the trilogy. Heart, mind, and spirit. Because you let go of the mind, because you're not the mind, because the mind is mental. The mind is mental. Yeah. So you receive your thoughts. Yeah. This is how I see it. Again, this is my truth. I mean, if you don't think this way, that's fine. You receive your thoughts. You don't. When you're having a thought, you're receiving that thought. You're not having a thought. You're receiving it. Because you feel consciousness. You don't think consciousness. You can't think consciousness. It's like you can't think truth. Yeah, you got to feel truth. Truth is a feeling, not it's an emotion.
So for me, I'm just going to say, in order for me to receive, I must cast out my desires to know. With that
100%.
thought to cast out, I will receive
Yeah,
and know. So when
yeah.
you
Let
say
go of ego. Let it go of ego. Yeah.
where is the fourth one? Because I know
Well,
I'm gonna. Can I tell you what they are?
yeah. Please. Yeah. Yeah. No. No.
Okay.
Please enlighten me. Yeah.
Okay. So I wish I drilled a hole in one of these to show you, but I'll just do it layman terms. I'm so layman. Okay, I got these 3 pencils here.
Right.
So I got these 2 blocks. Imagine,
Hmm.
okay, that I stick this one here. I put this one over here like that.
Right.
Okay. I take the third one here and
Hmm.
I run them all at 120 degrees. Now I connect it. Now I connect from here to here with a stick, here to here with a stick, here to here with a stick. So I need one stick here, one stick here, one stick here. Then I need one stick from
Right.
here to here, one stick from here to here, one stick from here to here. I need 6 of them.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, number 2. Now I need one stick that shoves itself right in the center over here. That becomes the heart, becomes the eye of these 3. But it doesn't, if you follow what
Right.
I'm saying, hold on a
Yeah.
second.
No.
Hold on. I think I know what to do. I think I know what to do. Hold on. I got an idea. I got an idea. Is this the original? No, I don't want the original. Okay, I have to do this. I really have to do this. I gotta do that. Okay. We've got this here, right? Over here. You follow?
Yeah. I'm getting you.
Now, oops, I should have done this. Okay, hold on a second. Uh, Okay, I'll just shove this back here. I'll put this over here. So this is what happens is up here, you can see four of them, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep. I
Down
see.
here, you can see four of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except what happens is when they plug in, I'm just going to have to raise it. These three, hold on a second. Let's see if I can get this done right. Man, this is so hard. These three, not the blend, not the blue pen. The blue pen is in the middle of the three. Do you see it? When these three meet, when this one meets this one, there are six of these. There's going to be six of these. They're going to be connected at the bottom. It's going to be connected at the top. And then it's going to be connected at the bottom, connected at the top, all the way around.
Right.
Like that. There's going to be three walls
Uh-huh.
like this. When you connect them, it automatically creates the fourth area below.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
understand.
what you follow? So when you
Yeah.
unravel that, that will give you an area space. That's the tetrahedron.
Uh-huh.
Because of those, I don't know when the tetrahedron was discovered, but I use only the math and the science of all those who have all the diplomas all around the world over the last hundreds and thousands of years. I only study what is accepted by law and what is accepted and not any conspiracy.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's the best way to work.
And even when it's a
But at the same
conspiracy,
time,
even when
sorry.
it's a conspiracy, if it's strong enough and it's repeated on the news, then it becomes an algorithm itself. And now I will conduct an observation. And guess what? Most of them equate.
Well, of course I do, because at the end of the day, where do conspiracies and legends and myths come from? Think about it.
Stories.
Stories,
It's a
exactly. And where
scrabble of
does this?
stories.
So at the end, yeah, at the end of the day, and who created the story?
Who created the
Whose
story?
imagination? Whose imagination created the story?
The breath upon which you perquisite the
Yeah.
desire to know upon free will, you have taken upon yourself to seek out between the Akashic records, right? Upon the breath of creation. And who are we? Who do I think we are? Right? We are
Yeah.
carriers of the breath of creation, and therefore we speak for the Lord.
So you saying that? What do you think consciousness is?
Conscience, the cognizance of to knowledge, to know, seeking out conscience, the web of knowledge, seeking out the desire to know deeper, to connect yourself with the vine.
I'll change my question. And where do you think consciousness resides? Do you think consciousness resides in the mind or the heart or
Within the
something
breath,
else?
within the breath you take, with every breath you exhale, within the lungs, within the heart, as you when you take in the breath, right?
If I was sitting right next to you right now, I'd be giving you the biggest hug ever because you've just answered it correctly. It is breath. Without breath, there is no conscience. So conscience is breath. Breath is conscience. Yeah,
but
you're right.
it
So
takes it
that's air, wind.
into the lungs, and it stamps out the message within the lungs and the heart, and it breaks down the
Yeah.
water because the lungs, I think, process the water for the heart.
Hmm.
So it's something
Yeah,
like
and within everything is breath. Within everything is breath. Breath, because within a tree is breath. Within the sun is breath. Within the moon is breath. Within the stars are breath. Within the clouds are breath, and so forth and so on. Again, without those breath, wind, and air, and they're the invisible forces that you can't contain, that you can't measure, that you can't bound. Yeah, they're not bound by any limitations by anything. So basically, they're the unspoken words: breath, wind, and air. If that makes sense.
Ratbeh. Oh my God. Okay, so what happens in Earth when you add the B for Earth? You can reverse the R to E to make it as the breath. That when you take the breath, it is 54, as the sun is 54. Although the breath as 54, right, is a 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 letter word, and it's a 9 by 6. 54, where the sun is a 54, but it's a 3 letter word, and that would equal to what is 3 by 18. That's the Trinity. The
Yeah, and
sun
universe
is
is
the Trinity.
universe is uni, because you got uni is in 1, and then verse is 4, so that's 3 and 4. There's your 3 and 4.
This cube is made up of what is Trinity, 3 threes. This is a hexahedron. Somebody mentioned to me
Which
something
is
about a different kind of platonic solid, which was very quite interesting. I just don't want to forget it. But why I
well, that's on, yeah, because it goes on top of Saturn. Well, there is a cube on top of Saturn. Yeah, and there's moboliths everywhere. If you look around Earth, there is cubes everywhere. Yeah, cubes and moboliths. Yeah, because that's the again, that's the prism. That's the system. That's the 666 system, because it's a 666 system. Yeah, as they call it, the beast. Yeah, but if you calculate 666, it's a combination. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So there you go. So, do you know what I mean? So, but that's why when I worked out how many days in a month, which is 27.77 days in a month, but the moon counteracts that extra day for the 29. It's because the moon represents the feminine and the sun represents the masculine. Yeah, and it's a duality of the two. Yeah, because the sun and the moon are one of the same, because the moon reflects its own moonlight and the sun reflects its own light.
Hey
And the
everyone.
moonlight is colder than the sunlight, and it's colder than shade as well. And each thing has a shadow. Everything has a shadow. So you have a shadow. My cat has a shadow. The clouds have a shadow. The earth has a shadow. The moon has a shadow. The sun has a shadow. So therefore, there's your projection. You are projecting your shadow. You are your shadow, and I can prove that again as well. If you look in a mirror reflects images, yeah, of light, yeah. So that your image is not in the mirror. You are the mirror, looking at yourself. If that makes sense.
Okay, so I'm going to answer. First of all, I want to welcome Rain Child, but before you speak, please, or
Oh, hi,
introduce
Renjo.
yourself, I want to talk about the 666 for a moment. Because if you're not sure where it comes from in numbers, I'll show you a multitude of areas and what it's relative to. I don't know everything. I'm usually good at putting together what others know, what I know nothing of, only because I understand the association of the numbers and where they're relative. So I
Yeah,
don't have to know very much. How's
I know
everybody?
nothing, my friend. I know nothing. I always approach everything. I know nothing. So, and I always stick to that. I've always stuck to that.
My goal right
I'm just here
now,
to learn.
my goal right
It's
now
the best way.
is to get this is if anybody believes that there have been computers here 5,000 years ago, this is what I'd like to show, to maybe not prove, to share my evidence and why I say this. Because I can, right now, I have the capabilities because of the alphabet to tell a story in which indicts within this page, which is only a game. So I'm creating on this page as a game. And in this game, I'm going to create a scenario that will look like a different period of time because of certain math rules I will follow. And these math rules will create a time within the game. If you want to use it outside the game to see how it looks like in our worlds, that's good. That's great. That's fantastic. Guess what? Every number I got was inside this world. I just redid it and recalibrated it to the way it was supposed to be, as it actually is. Yes, it goes unnoticed. So we're actually living in the framework of reality, but we're just, how can I explain this? We cannot calculate the math that they have done to what the house was. It's in a system that is so perfect, it is utopia because I can calculate it.
100%.
I can
It's
calculate
by
it.
design. Yeah, it's 100% by design. Yeah,
Oh yeah. So here's your
by design.
666, and then I'm gonna flip this over, and maybe I should go flip my toe into a bath or something. How do I get this?
No, don't do that.
So we're gonna start like this: 70, 90, 70, 90, 62, 66, 74, 82, 86, 58, 78, which is going to be 7, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 5, 4, 6, but I prefer to write it out as 7, 9, 8, 12, 11, 10, 14, 13, 15. So when I connect this or
Those
this,
again? 7, 8 what? Sorry. So 7.
7, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 6.
Cheers. Because that's a cipher. You do realise that? Yeah, of course you do.
What cipher?
It's I can translate that into a cipher. Those numbers you've given me, yeah, I can make them into you can make them into a cipher.
What do you mean by, well, can't you make any night numbers? Why these in specific?
Well, of course, yeah, because you picked those certain numbers, so I just do this automatically. It's just the way my mind works.
Oh, okay, so
Sorry, I'm not.
so check
Yeah, go on.
62, 74, and 86, 222. 90, 74, 58,
Yeah,
222. 70, 74, 78, 222. 66, 74, 84, 222. That is going to be what is 4 times 222 equals to what is 888. Now, what is 666? 666 is this, is when you go ahead, hold on a second. When you go ahead and you use these here and you use these here, right? And you
Yeah.
lock these in, and then you go ahead and you add these two here. So what you did,
Yeah, because you always reduce it down to the minimum number. Yeah. So like if you get like 22, it's not 22. So if you get any numbers like let's just say for instance like 14, yeah, 14 isn't a number, so it's 1 plus 4, so that's 5. It comes to 5. You always reduce it down to its minimum number, because it's 0 to 9, and then you've got your power numbers, obviously 11, 22, and 33.
what is
Yeah, all the
11,
other numbers.
22, 30? What is that?
They're power numbers.
Why?
It's just how numerology works.
I know, but why does it work that way? I mean, if everybody's going to advance, why doesn't it work that way? Why does it work that
Why
way?
does it work that way? Again, it's just the language of the universe. The universe of the language. The language of the universe is binary code. It's zeros and ones. It's just 0 and 1.
And is there, does it,
1 and 0, 1 and 0, one are the same. 1 and 0, one are the same. Like, again, 0 and 0. There's an opposite to a 0 to a 0. Yeah, like a shadow to a 0, and a shadow to a 1. Yeah, it's just the opposite, but it's still the same. It's still one of the same. Again, it's all. That's by binary code. You know, the universe speaks in binary. You
Okay.
live in a binary system. It's just zeros and ones, my friend. There is no twos and all that. But do you know what I mean? But anyway, they usually say the power numbers are 11 as a gateway, 22 gateway, and 33 master number.
Okay, so I'm going to show you where they're located, all right? Just let me take off this for a second. Okay, as you know that if you're going to look at this cube over here breaks up like this. You have four sides. You have four corners, a total of 8, plus the center. Does it look the sort of same? Just like Rubik's Cube. 9 areas. So if I show you one, what would you say is missing?
What I say is missing?
Yeah, if I show you one
The
dot, what would you say is missing compared to this or this?
The dot.
Yes, because
A
this
one.
is Rubik's Cube. This cube here is Rubik's Cube, but here they only punched out one area.
Yeah.
This is the same thing. So if I said 1, you'd be talking about the one in the center.
Of course.
If I said 2, you'd be talking about this one or this one or this one or this one. If I said 3, it'd be these 3 or these 3. So if that happens and I said 1, you would say this one. What about these other ones? How many are there?
There's 4 of them.
4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sorry. I thought you meant the 4 corners. Sorry. Yeah. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
There's 9. Take away 1 is 8.
8. Yeah.
So if I flip over the 1 to the other side, do you know what it's going to say?
6.
6. And how many are missing here now?
Well, it's supposed to be 2.
3.
Not, 8. 3. Sorry, 3. Yeah, sorry, 3.
Well,
Yeah.
right, 3, right? So you 3 here
3, yeah.
and 8 here.
Yeah.
Is this what we showed you? 1 and 6, you said?
1 and 6. Yeah.
Now, if I turn it around and 3 and what?
3 below would be 5, I think.
3 and 4.
Oh no. 4. Of course. Yeah. 4. Yeah. 5 is there. Yeah.
3
sorry.
and 4. And
Yeah,
then
4,
look,
4,
2 and
3 and
5. Hold on. 5.
5, and then yeah.
And hold on.
Is 2.
And 2. So check this out. When one is with 6, 8. Hold on a second. When 1 is with 6, when 1 is with 6, when 1 is with 6, there's 8 that go around. 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 missing, 8 and 3, 11. When 2 and 5 are together, 2 and 7 is 9, 5 and 4 is 9, 2 and 5 is 7, 7, 4 is 11. When 3 and 4 are the parent, 3 goes with 6, 4 goes with 5, 3 and 4 is 7, 6 and 5, 11. Here's the master right here. Here's your 3311 master 7.
Yeah.
In fact, the male
Within every creation is earth, air, water, and fire. Those elements.
So you want to see
everything.
You want to see something really cool that I've been looking at for a long time is water and water. Okay? Earth and earth.
Gotcha.
Earth and earth.
Yeah.
Water and water. But 4 and 6 equals to 10, and 8 and 2 equals to 10. Do you know what that means? That this 10 here is an earth water, and then this sign here is a water earth. And when you take this dice cube and you look at it this way, I see the dot on the 4 position and the dot in the 6. Therefore, 4 igniting water over through 5 into 6, which is getting to earth. But when the 4 is up, or the 3 is up. Now what I do is I take the 6 and I turn it this way. And guess what? I still have water and earth, but the 28-day cycle of the moon, and now the 4 and the 6 as a free flowing earth and water here. Nothing's stopping it. Nothing impedes it. Or do you follow what I'm saying? But the thing is,
Yeah.
when it's the 6, it's different. This one dot, right, shows that it can send it out in 2 other directions, the 5 and the 3. These two both have the,
Yeah, proving a parallel. Proving a parallel.
and the thing about what 3 and 5, all these odd numbers are, 1, 3, and 5, is that when you connect the numbers together, hold on a second. Okay, that is where, and I want to be quiet for a second. Just give me a second. Where is this? Okay, where is it? Okay, here. Here. What happens with 1, 3, and 5 is that 2, 4, and 6. And when 5 comes out and 6 comes out, it connects to 7. And then all of a sudden becomes 5, 3, and 1 again, the split sun. So anyways, the 666 is here. Do you see this? I can
Yeah.
only connect 3 out of the 4 connecting lines in here. 4 will, if I connect all 4, it's the backboard, it's a short circuit. So you connect this and this and this and this. The value here is, the value totality here of everything is 666. This is Saturn's square position of numbers. This is Saturn's square position of numbers. So what you're seeing, when you said something, you saw something, well, you did see something. This is exactly part of Saturn's square. This is just on the 4th
Yeah.
dimension.
That's right. Yeah, because and that's why I brought to you the 336, because it basically gives you an opening to the 360, because 3 plus 6 minus the 0, you don't have the 0, so 3 plus 6 is 9, but 336 is 12, and then that's 3. So there you go. Do you know what I mean? So there's your door. Because time isn't linear. Time is not like a straight line. Time is like a cycle. Like time runs differently in the winter, in the summer, and the spring and autumn, so forth. Yeah. So, and that's within the earth. So basically that's also within the universe. That's how the universe works as well. It works within the winter time, and then within the summertime, and within the, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a cycle, like DNA, like a DNA. Hence the snake, if that makes sense, because everybody thinks the snake is evil, and the snake isn't evil. Snake is representing wisdom, Sophia, Christ. It's wisdom. So wisdom is Sophia, because Sophia is wisdom.
So after this, I'm just going to explain something, get back into Sophia, and then
please,
pass the floor over to Reigns. So what this is you can never connect more than 3 lines. So these are going to be your connections. And then when you get these connections, you're also going to get what is this. Let me see. These are not exact. Okay, these are not exact, but what each one is going to equal is 666 because of this. Each one of these 3 lines, pick any one of them, they're all 222s. If I take out the center of this, it'll be 148, and then 74, and then 37. What is 37? Right? 1 through 36 is the heart of the 360 degrees. This is the 4th dimension in Saturn square. Saturn square should look like this. 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. That's Saturn square. But when you put it in the 4th dimension, it looks like this. Now, I want to switch this around. You want to check this out? Check this out. I'm going to move everything around, right? Tell me what you want where. Like, where would you like the 4? Where would you like the 4 to go?
4 in the middle.
Here?
Yeah. Yeah. Four in the middle, and then work your way
Okay.
out.
Okay. The four has to go in the middle, right? Uh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna use the number 8. Okay. 32, 72, 16, 24, 40, 56, 64, 8, 48, 5, 9, 7, 6, 4, 2, 1, 8, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's fascinating.
It's,
Fascinating.
they make so many equations in school for an
Yeah.
because they're splicing the seeds instead of just going with the seeds. They create these new equations to alter things, and then it no longer works. Oh, works.
Well, it's like that. You like that. Like one add one is two. Yeah. And two times two is four. Yeah. But one times one is one. Um, so where's the one gone? And I see what they've done. It's literally like, again, one times one is two. It's not. It's not one.
Well,
It's
the
two.
thing
It
the
is
thing
two.
is about one, okay, is one goes nowhere. It is everything already. It's what is
Yeah.
dividing
Yeah.
everything. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? One doesn't one
Got
you
you.
don't want to one to be anything else than what it is,
Nothing else.
because one is the heart of
Right.
everything. When it
Got you.
becomes two, it
Yeah. Okay.
becomes the
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, when it comes to it comes a duality of the one. Yeah.
and the one and the zero are alike. You know why?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Go on.
Take something and divide it in half. What do you get?
One of something. What do you mean? Take
Take
something and
zero.
halve it.
Take
Yeah.
nothing. Divide
Yeah.
nothing in half. What do you end up with? Take zero, divide it in half. What do you get?
Nothing.
You get half and half.
What? Half and half. Yeah, but you half and half. Yeah, but still. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the
Okay.
number? What's the number for half and half?
Maybe 0.1, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be 5.
Go. Right. Of course. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
My bad.
that's okay.
Yeah. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, so a circle
That helps
really
me a little bit.
is 60, right? So when you get
Yeah. Because it's
okay, so now when you split one in half, you get a half of one is 0.5.
Yeah.
So each of the
Gotcha.
answers equal to the same thing, because
Thank
the
you.
zero, where the one is implicated within the zero, is in the torus field. So the torus field is empty until you become one of what is within the breath you take. You're not
So the one is in the zero. Yeah, is that what you're saying? The
right.
one is actually in the
The
zero.
one is what divides the entire. No, actually, I have to look at it different. The one is what you see. The zero is a 9 area space because it has to have its own area space, like the choo-choo train in Monopoly.
Yeah.
Let me show you. I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but anyways, I want to let Rain come up. So these
Yeah,
numbers I
please. Yeah,
showed you
sorry.
at six
My
six
bad.
six. No, not your no. Here is each one. You see here, I have the line going this way. Here I have the line going this way. Here I have the X. A line going straight. Here and here, every one is different. That's why. And by breaking this down, I end up with 4 3s to 1 4. So the 4 will represent the octagon, and the 3 will represent the hexagon. The hexagon represents the cat, 24, and the octagon represents the dog blue, 26. 2 and 6 is 8. 2 and 4 is 6. And this is where the cat and the dog come together. Purple Rain. How you doing, Rain Child? Ah, it's
I'm
Saturday
good.
night.
I'm good.
Is it Saturday night?
Yeah.
It feels so much like Saturday night again and again and again and again and again. And when Saturday night comes, oh man, am I going to enjoy it. It's going to be Saturday night for real instead of all these fake Saturday nights. I'm just kidding around here. So any questions? Okay, let me look at these comments. Any questions?
Um,
It's sad.
Okay, Forbidden. Yeah, I didn't. I know you're here. I haven't had time to look at. Yes. So the 3333. Wow, there's so many things to share, and I don't know where to start. That's why I love when people come up and I can fulfill their wants with the numbers, and maybe they'll speak to a friend who might speak to a friend and who might have a question. Oh, this guy, he thinks he knows so much. I want to know too, but I
I
don't
wanted
know.
to check to see if I was doing this correctly. So I've
Oh
got,
yeah, let's go. Oh, it's all wrong. It's sideways. But wait a second. Don't move it.
oh,
Don't
okay, hold on.
move it. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay. Where's the north? Would you
Uh,
put it that way? Where would you put the north?
on me, north would be this way for me.
No, no, on your page.
Oh, this would be north.
Okay. That would be north on your page?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes total sense. Mercury. Okay, now if you put it straight, where would Mercury be?
Um,
Like
I'm not,
straighten it out, please.
all right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So where's Mercury now?
Mercury's still in the center, up to north.
Okay, so you called it both times the center north. Okay, I'm just trying to see if there's anything in here. 46652332 2332 1661 1661. Hold on a second. No. 2337 1668 1668 5334.
So what I did is the first one I broke down and I broke it down each individual number down here. And then the second one I broke down the 13, the 5, the 18, the 3, the 20. I grouped them together as they were here. And then this bottom one I did the broken down into the individual number and broke it down here and seeing what it would break down to and into a singular number in each equation.
Okay, so you ended up with two air signs in 37. This string of numbers of 36, well, obviously ends on 36. It reconnects on 1 and 37. 30 is, I'm just trying to see which way I should look at 30. 30, 30,
And
30, 30.
what I based it off of was this here. So this is what I'm basing off of. Is one is Aries, or hold on, I'm in Gemini in this one. So 3 is Gemini, which is Mercury, which is air, which is the air sign. And
Is that
then I
always?
broke
Is
down
that
each
always?
one, which is Gemini, Mercury, and air. And that's what I broke down was in this Gemini, which is the number 3, would be these numbers, these equations here in that number 3.
Okay, so Mercury's an air sign.
Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. So as even the first planet, it's an air sign. Wow, because the other day I was doing some work and it changed the value of Mercury in which is fire, it turned it into air.
Right.
Wow. I didn't
This
know
is
that. Wow, I didn't know that. Let me see that on my phone. What are the planetary air, earth, fire signs?
so. Hold on. I've been making me a couple diagrams to help whenever you're on live, so I can visually
But where,
look
where
at.
do you get that Mercury is fire? Hold on a second.
I went through
Is Mercury a
astrology.
fire sign?
I went through astrology to get that one.
Okay. Mercury.
And
Because September is the seventh month. It's not the ninth month. It's the seventh month because it's September. September.
there we go. See, I went like this, and then I
Yeah.
lined them out like this into the 12 square pattern.
Okay, thank you for reminding me very much. Okay, so Mercury's connected to Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So,
And then I did Aquarius and Taurus also. I've only done to Cancer so far, and then I got on the
Because
line.
yeah, there's 13 as well, sister, as well. 13. Yeah, not 12. It's 13. It's 13. Seriously, it's 13.
both.
See, the
That's what I was
serpent
asking.
bearer, they call it the
Is
serpent
my math
bearer.
correct?
Hold on, hold
Called
on,
the
hold on,
serpent
hold on.
bearer.
Can everybody stop, please? Just one person at a time. I should put a clock up 5 minutes and then stop so somebody can say something. Because one person, this page is everybody has a story, right? So let's just
Right.
tell our own story at one at a time, right?
So my question of the math that I'm trying to do is I was trying to see if these numbers that I'm coming up with in the
If you go
breakdown
slower
of
and
this.
you're just pointing, so if show us, let's go
Okay.
slower and show us one at a time and tell us where you're going, please.
Okay, so what my process of thinking is that Gemini, which is the third number in order, is a Mercury sign and is also the air sign. And then these are breaking down this here individually, which is 7, 5, 1, 3, 9, and I came up with this as the breakdown. And
Yeah,
then
57. You're right.
yes. And then I did them in the groups that they are and broke it down here and also came up with the same number. And then I did a further breakdown where it's broken down to the lowest number possible and did the equation and also came up with it. And then this is also part of this. It's just the Mercury sign of the equation. And then this is also part of this and this, which is just the air sign of the equation. So my thinking process is all these numbers, which are equaling together, are part of the three.
Yeah, can I get a screenshot of that for the whole thing, like one at a time? The first thing.
Okay. I don't know. Is that far enough, or we need
No,
to
that's
close?
now go back the other one so I can look it over another time as well as looking it over now.
All right,
Just
let me turn off this screen behind it so you can see it better.
okay.
And then this is the what I worked up to work with.
Okay, so all this is basically, I just want to see something. Aries, Mars, fire. I'm just trying to look for where's the Mercury one in here?
All right, so Mercury is Gemini and also Virgo.
A Gemini,
Virgo.
hold on. Mercury is Virgo?
Yes, on this scale, it's showing Mercury as Virgo and also Gemini.
Because over here it shows me Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So is that possible for air sign?
I don't know yet. That's why I'm working on figuring out. That's why I was asking questions.
Well, okay, so stay on that page, go a little lower to down a little lower. Okay, stop, please. Air is in Gemini, that's good. Then air is in Libra, that's good. Then air is in Aquarius, that's good. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's right. 159, that's yeah, all that is right. Now Mercury is in Virgo in this instance, right?
Yes.
And now
that's what
Mercury-
I came up with so far.
Okay, Mercury in Virgo, Mercury in Gemini, and that's it?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what I'm
so
working with.
okay, that's good. So let me see Sagittarius. Okay, Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter 5. Okay, so 3, 6, and 6, 3, they convert together. One is a void. Like one is the part of creation. One meets 2 equaling to 3. Let's say Aries will come between the 2 houses of Taurus. And remember, if you have a Gemini, you have a Gem-Maxi, right?
Okay.
The Libra, the 7th one, right? I don't call it a birth. I call it a transfer or moon passage. The reason for that, in the deck of cards, the number 7 does not have a dot on it. It's also the 4th odd number, which once you reach 4, everything turns over. On the cube, there is no seven binary. Everything at seven starts over, just like the zodiac. 3 and 6, everything converts from alphabet into what is 3 and 6. For instance, 3 times 1 equals 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 by 7, 21. 2 and 3, 741 vibration. To where 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 3 by 8, 24. 2 and 4 is 6. And everything converts into that. Everything is made up within the own house of 3, 6, and 9. Everything divided by 7 within the numbers I just spoke will equate to 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, and 7, and not have anything to do with 3, 6, and 9, because it's what it's recreating and builds up to what is within its own tune, 3, 6, and 9. So when we see Mercury 1, right, which is the first planet, playing a role within Earth, that makes sense. And Mercury playing a role within air, I don't understand it, really. I'd like to understand that a little bit more. Pluto being with is the 9th planet in Scorpio. 9 and 8 is like what is like 1 and 2. The waters join between 1 and 2. So that makes sense to me in my work. And also the moon with water, that works. But I don't have enough evidence of certain things. For instance, Libra, Venus, and air. The 2nd and the 7th planet, they are the dot and the void together. 2 and 7 work together. 6 and 1, 7 work together. It looks like Leo works with the sun. That would be like 50. That'd be like 50-50 running the fire through the hoop. The moon with Cancer. The moon is number 57. The male and the female, the feminine and the masculine come in between that one right there. 66, the woman is 66. There's a double vibration, 2, 3, and 4 running between what is 1, 5, 1, 5, 2 fire signs. And when you say 15, it's not 10 and 5, 15. Okay, it's going to be 9 and 6, 15, or 8 and 7, 15. It's a tennis move. Why is it not 15 like that? Because 15 is Yod Hey, and that's for the name of God. So I reduce it. And I'm going to use Vav because it speaks for us. The birth of who we are is going to be what is Vav and Tate Vav in Hebrew. The 4-letter word is going to be 108, 57, and 51. There's going to be a vibration on the outside of the moon, the opposite, the reverse alphabet of a 4-letter word where every single letter gets 27. 4 times 27 is 108. But in this instant, you can now take moon and take away 1 O from it and go, instead of moon 57, it's now Mon 42, and now creates a passage that's a singular moon, which is above our heads every single month. Instead of moon, it's Mon. Instead of being what is 3, it then becomes, so it's 57, 5 and 7, 12, 1 and 2 is 3, like you see. Well, take away one of the 15s. Instead of 57, it becomes 42, and 4 and 2 is 6. It becomes the dot and the void between each other, which proves the interference or association amongst the 2 moons of Mars and the singularity of our moon here. Also to note that the N and the M are the interior and exterior of the in-between alphabet. The alphabet divides between M and N. There is no space between. There is no gap for the OO to exist. So go on to another word. 103 is just like 13, which is the king, which is just like JC for Jesus Christ. Also, again, in 13, it's 9 and 4, 13. They say in Hebrew to say Yod Gamma in this instance, right? So we're going to use Yod Gamma in that instance. Cancer is the 4th zodiac sign, even though it's 44, which is an equivalent to 8 times 4, 8 plus 4, is the Trinity gets. What is the Trinity will be reduced into this and come back to the Trinity in a lower range. 8 times 4, 8 plus 4 is 32 and 12, 44. But 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 will equal to 16 and 8. And again, 8 is 1/3 of 24, and 16 is 2/3 of 24, just like the 84 number I used before. Do you remember? Just 2 seconds ago to create this, I just doubled up. The 26 represents the dog. So we're going to take Cancer, and now we're going to move Cancer down to 41. What 44 does is it talks about Abraham. Abraham, space is number 44. Teen is number 44. And you know where you don't need to use the word teen? In the word 8, because 18 does not need the T. It has the T already installed. It's the only number that already has the T within it. Cancer is also the fourth sign. You see, when I look at Cancer, I also align it because it's fourth. I align it. It's a water sign, right? Cancer, is that correct?
Yes.
So when I showed you this little cube here, this cube here, when the 4 and 6, water and earth, are showing the dots, there's no dots in 8 and 2. When I turn the cube this way, there's no dots in 4 and 6, but there's dots in 8 and 2. Water and earth, it's one or the other, equating to 110, 110. Yes, I would basically, why would you say 15? Are you just equating the heart zone or average?
Oh, that was one of my notes from what you said something earlier today.
Yeah, so the heart zone is 15 in the crossing of 3 lines, 5, 5, 5, plus the numbers you connect 1 and 9, 10, 3 and you connected 1, 9, 3, 7, 10. So you have the full connect to Mars, and you've connected the half-life 4, 5, and 6 to Federation, right? Which is the letter M. The letter M will create 4, 5, and 6 in Roman numerals, equaling to what is 1,000, which is the connection of what is X times X times X.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you one thing. I'd rather answer, like, I see what you're doing. I see you're doing great work. Okay, it's a good startup. I really recommend Quadro paper. And the smaller the book, the thicker the paper, and the more light you have to see, the easier it is to write. But anyways, yeah, I like them. Oh! Oh, God. I knew they would put me in this place I am today. Yes, so no, I like the paper because it's very non-reflective to the light, it looks like. And I like it. I think it helps out your eyes. I'm just guessing on that.
Right.
You have the 7 and 9 there, and so you branched out. There's a company that uses that logo, right?
Uh-huh.
That logo. So what am I going to say about that? My foot is so swollen. Maybe it's not, but it is. I don't know. It's just blowing up.
Have you thought about the star Sirius as well?
What's that?
Just to add that to it. Sirius, that's the 13th. Sirius. It's
How do you
also known as
spell
the
it?
serpent bearer. The serpent bearer. Yeah, the star Sirius, because that's a yeah.
Can you spell
Star
it?
Sirius is the North Star.
North
Sirius,
Star?
S. Yeah, the North Star is the star Sirius, so that's the serpent bearer. It's known as the serpent bearer as well. Again, there's not 12 months. There's 13. Yeah, there's 13 months, because again there was 13 guests at the at the Last Supper. 13 guests, not 12. 13 guests. The 13th guest was Mary Magdalene. She was the apostles of apostles. The others were disciples. She was the apostle.
Okay, what's the difference between apostle and disciple? Hold on. First of all, how do I spell that name of that star? Rainchild, thank you very much. That was good.
Sirius is spelled Sirus, I believe. I think. Yeah.
You're very welcome.
Sirius, but also known as the serpent bearer. It basically represents Sophia, again, wisdom.
Why?
Wisdom. Why? Because, yeah.
No, I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Because
Why do you
when
think
you
you-
said 666
Yeah,
before,
sure.
I showed to you all the reasons why we have 666. I showed you why we have 333. Everybody's a wizard and calling out the numbers of what they say, but nobody's telling me where it comes from. So I'm showing you where they come from. I want to know if it's relative to you, because I have another place for 888 and 1776. I mean, even inside this here, it says 2012, but nobody notices it. This says 2012, and nobody freaking even notices it. Unless you do the math. I'll explain it to you after my 2-minute break and my foot examination.
No worries.
But keep talking, because it's all interesting. It's all good. We have to wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Again, once you realise that there's 13 months, not 12. Again, they took the 13th month out in it's in the Roman calendar and the Georgian calendar, and the Vatican did that on purpose to basically keep you in to disconnect you from. Yeah.
I've heard of
And
that.
once you realise. Yeah, honestly, I've done my research. I've done videos to prove it as well, and I've found because there's the original Bible that they changed, the Vatican changed, the church changed to basically keep everybody in a kind of like docile kind of in a circle, if that makes sense, in a circle instead of like again,
during that time period that they
it's not.
started using religion.
Yeah. Just. Yeah, because it's 13. It's 13. Once you understand that's 13, because 13 becomes 4, because 1 plus 3 is 4. So there's your 4 again. You see, and it's not 369. It's 963. 963 is the God frequency, not 369. Yeah. Again, 369 is the mirror of 963. Again, if you put 963 to the mirror, it will, yeah. Again, use your mirror, guys. Your mirror, reverses everything. So basically, that's what the right is on the right. Right is on the left. It's not on the right, if that makes sense. Because basically, again, you are the mirror. You are the mirror looking at you, at the image, if that makes sense. You are the mirror.
So, you know what's funny? I see a lot of people that when I do my artwork and find out where everything is, and when I listen to others speak, I can't actually connect to where they get their information, like yourself, but I know you're correct because I see the numbers, how they link. Now, when you say stuff like Norts, my thing is here that when you speak, it partially conveys to me, I understand what you're saying, but I don't really know where the story is. If somebody reads the Bible, right, maybe they'll connect with Sophia. If somebody reads a book, my thing is a normal, regular mojo. That's where they're really going to freak out and say, oh my God, there's a computer. It was impossible to create this planet like this, and really wake the people up. Like when you say the word Sirius and it starts with SI, it doesn't start with IS like in Islam and Israel and this.
No.
The IRS, okay, or Sir.
You're getting it. Yeah. Again, yeah, because they've infiltrated.
This is it.
told
This is the
everybody-
Sir. This is your Sir. This is the
Sir, yeah.
SIR. It
Yeah.
splits it and it brings it back together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is what I've been trying to, because they've made the snake the villain. The snake is not the villain. The snake is a symbolism of wisdom. Yeah, it was the wise. Yeah, it accounts for Sophia. Yeah, and also the Christ. Yeah, the Christ is within you. Yeah, it's the Kunanili. Yeah, because Christ is within you. It's not outside of you. It's not a person as such. Yeah, the Word became flesh. Yeah, the Word became flesh. And what was the Word? The Word was God. The Word was nothing else except God. First there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So therefore, it's God. And universe means one word. So therefore, the one word is God. So therefore, you're within God. You're within God. You're not without God. You're within God. You're within the Word. If that makes sense. And Earth is the heart of the Word. Yeah, Earth is snake. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to show you.
It is.
20,
Crazy, man.
23, 9, 32, 42, 51, 55, 65, 70, 83. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. 38 and 1 and 11. Okay. Snake equals to 50, but it's an 11 because of the K9 ending with an E in
Yeah.
the E world because it's a split house. Split tongue, split house.
Because there is no, because it was never because it was never Jesus. There was never a J. It's Joshua. It's always been Joshua.
The
His
reason for
name
the
was
J
not
is because of the split house E. It's 5 and 5, 10 for J. The Y letter is the
They,
25th letter, which also brings together the house itself.
well, yeah, but Jesus also represents Jupiter. Zeus. Seriously, Zeus. Yeah. Because
Does
Jupiter, again,
Zeus represent energy?
it's again, it's Zeus. When you're saying Jesus, you're channeling Zeus. Zenus, is it? I think. Yeah, because it's Zeus. Yeah, Zeus. And there was no. Yeah. Again, they did that because of King Constantine. King Constantine. He was a Roman emperor.
Everything that
And
we've done is not because of what they did. It's because of the Lord of creation gave everybody a booklet. We're all connected to a system. It happened for today to arrive, for you to be here, and for me to be here. The same for them as it is for us.
do you follow the Gnostic information? Do you know what the Gnostic means? Do you know what Gnostic means? No, Gnostic means knowledge. Yeah, the Gnostics, and they were unalived by the Vatican. Yeah, same with the Knights Templar, and then they changed them to the Jesuits. Yeah, basically the God of this world is basically evil. Yeah, and the Gnostics said that, and it's in the Gnostics. It's in the Gospels of Philip and the Gospels of Matthew. It does say it in that. It's just that basically, yeah. But you have, yeah. Like I say, I'm not here to argue with you, but you know.
What I wanted to show you in this is where we're. No, you said something. So what happens with the word Cyrus is the first three letters meet at the equator. Sorry, they split the pole. And they meet the upper and the lower house. Here's the S letter, right? So I'm joining the fire here. Sorry, I'm joining the air with the air through what is fire through the fire, in which I pass the air sign as well. Do you follow what I'm doing with this? This is not the only way to connect it. Here's another way to connect it. This is where the 3 connects to the 7 going through Leo. Here, it connects with here's your numbers. But I'm only going to use these. It's this one. And then once this one closes down, this one opens up. It starts here. It looks like this. It looks like this. It connects to the center line here. This one closes down. This one closes down. And it's always 3. Here, 3. Here, down here. And ever hear the horse moving 2? The horse moves down here 1, over here 2. So you went 7 over to 613. Or you went 3 over to 4, 7. 7 and 13, the Aztec calendar. Anything divided by 13. Do you have a special number you would divide by 13? And by the way, I just ate something that you would not believe how good this is. It's chicken thighs. Well, it's the first time I really ate this week, so. Sorry, second. I mean that I really ate properly. So, what was I just saying? Oh,
Is there any number that you would like to be divided by 13?
Yes, thank you very much. That's why I like a panel, so we can all work together.
Well, 13 divided by 2 is 26, isn't it?
No, 2 divided by 13. Yeah, so 2 divided by 13, do you know the answer?
Did I get it wrong?
Well, no, 2 divided by 13.
Oh, divide. Sorry, divide. I times it. My bad. Would be 7.5, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't. It would be 6.5. Wouldn't it? Is that right? 6.5?
No, that would be 13 divided by 2. This is 2 divided by 13.
Oh, 2 divided by 13.
Would you like me to tell you what my recipe was?
Please.
It's chicken thighs that are deboned. I cut off most of the fat. I should have seasoned them first, but I put them in water and the extra virgin olive oil, which I shouldn't be cooking, but because I used it as a base, that when the chicken stops steaming and boiling and cooking and boiling in the juice, I added in turmeric, pepper, chilies. I'm sweating, and some other spice. And let me tell you one thing that's good. I don't like the white meat.
Yeah, it's 13 divided by 2. But you read 2 divided by 13, yeah? That's what you said. Sorry, my bad.
And what's the
Yeah, 'cause
answer?
I was right on that one. Hang on,
Zero
this is
point
fine,
one
just,
five 1538.
So now, if you take, check this out. If you take 5, 6, 7, 8, or 11, I think it's 11, divided by 13, any one of those, this is going to be the answer in a different order. Check this out. I said 5, 6, 7, or 8. Which one would you like?
6.
Is equal to 4, 6 something? Is that what it is?
Yeah. 4615384.
Now, if I did it by 7, right, it's going to equal to 538461.
Yeah. I get you.
538.
So basically, yeah, 5384615.
And the next one is 61538. 61538.
Yeah,
61. Is it 6 or was it 8?
6.
Oh, it's 6?
6. Yeah, it's 6.
No, it's 8.
8, sorry, my bad.
And you know what the next one is?
6153846. Yeah, it's 6. It's got 6 at the 6 at the start and 6 at the end.
So, well, yes, because it's the beginning again. It just starts and repeats again. It ends at 4.
Yeah.
Now, if you add them up, it only adds up to 27. 7 and 5 is 12, and 3 is 15, and 8, 23, and 4 is 27. Now, 9 divided by 13 is going to equal to 6, 3 something. 9 divided by 13 is going to equal to 6922023. 6923076. You know how I knew that?
6923. Yeah.
You know how I knew that? Because even if I did it by 12, it'll be the same thing. Well,
Yeah, 923. Yeah.
everything has been pre-created. The first position, the third position, the first position with the 12th position. Same numbers. The third position with the 10th position or 103, same numbers. the 4th position with the 9th position, same numbers. And this is where Capricorn comes to Sagittarius, and a big old mother comes here. Pray to God you don't go away, and he got away. Mother. Wow.
That's a good sign. You got a fly hanging around you. That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Oh, they're all
That's
around
means you
me all
got-
the time. I left the door open.
Yeah, that's a spirit. That's a spirit around you.
The next time I come here, I'm bringing some of that fly debate.
No. That's a good sign that they're around you.
So what was that? Somebody said 6.5. What was that? She records 11:11. What is that? Oh, you said you didn't have enough people to come up, right? Is that what it was? Yeah, you only have 47 followers. I don't know what happened. How do you get a free pass?
I've got to shoot off, my friend, anyway, so I can let her come up, and I'll come up another time. But I really appreciate you giving me a chance to speak and so forth and so on. I
Oh,
will
yeah,
come
and
up
if you-
again, my
If you
friend.
have any questions, any numeric questions, I mean, we have to put this together. We have
Yeah,
to put
100%.
this to
Oh,
bed.
you've answered so much for me. You've answered so much for me. And again, like I say, I mean, it's helping me with my work. It's helping me with my work. So, again, I just loved meeting someone that sort of like is awake and understands where I've been coming from. And also that, Rain, I love your work as well. You are really onto something. Yeah, don't give up. Do not give up. Seriously. Yeah, because you really are onto something. And and obviously I guarantee you thank this gentleman for it as well. But yeah, honestly, thank you so much, my friend, and I shall vacate.
Okay, have a good night.
as well.
Just go.
It's
Goodbye.
free. It's
Okay.
free, guys.
Yeah, goodbye.
It's
Goodbye.
free in the
Let me
morning.
do that here. I'll help you out.
All right,
Bye.
take care.
Okay, because we can talk forever, right? We can talk forever. The reason I brought you back up here is because I really like what you did. I think it's very interesting. There's different ways to go about the same thing. I can only show off so much. Whether I've done what you've done before or not, it's irrelevant, especially when it comes to this. This is something basically new for me in the last 6 months. I don't know it all. I am taking a break, but if you'd like to talk about this, go very, very slow, because guess what? We're building a giant puzzle, and there's so many different elements in this puzzle. I don't even know which way to go. But when I'm off my game, I can't even speak. So I want to leave this to you for 5 minutes. And if there's anybody else who wants to come up talk about numbers, oh, Forbidden's here. Okay, good. Who else is here? And I'm going on break. I need 5 minutes. Oh, Shamana's here. I don't know if you ever wanted to come up before. Yeah, we really got to bust this open, right? Oh my God, I need a break. I wonder how this came out. What does this look like, eh? Does this look like anything? Oh my God, there's a fly. Dogs, I'm very, very sorry. I feel like, you know what? This is like, I don't know if I'm helping out my sister, right? I don't know who's helping out who more. I just like to be here so I can get my stuff done. I would stay online 24 hours a day until the job is done. You know what I'm saying? I got some work to do. We got to get this job done. And I got to keep on learning. And I'll tell you one thing, I've already been warned by my own self that if I don't take time off, right, that I won't be able to pick up new information if I empty my well. But I'm going to let you speak. Yeah, is there no sound or something? Or is it just me?
Oh, I didn't realize I had my mic off.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay.
My bad, everybody. I'm so sorry.
Hold on a second. Do I know Mike? I met Mike once before. I also know this guy named Jay. His name was Jay-Z or Jesus or something. And then I met this guy named Mark. He says, I'm going to mark the spot. I said, are you a dog? And then there was Peter. I thought it was Peter Pan. He says, no, Jesus, not me. And they said they were all divided amongst themselves. So they become the disciples because they were undecided. And then the apostles, were they on top of everything? How do you get a fossil from something? Was it a fossil or an apostle or impossible? But anyways, they made up the story themselves and we're living by it over time, right? We bought the
Yes.
story. Okay, I'm taking my 5-minute break. Go ahead.
Okay, so earlier I tried doing this. I don't know if I did this correctly or whatever it is exactly yet. So I used this diagram here, and I made the B shape in this. And then, so this is the first one I did, which is this equation here. And then this is the second one, which is this equation here. And then this here is your third equation. And then you have your fourth and your fifth, and then the sixth here, which makes the B shape. I don't know if I am doing this anything with this or not, but altogether I came out to a 73.
Right.
And then-
So wait. Stop on one if you want to show me one. If you want me to stick with you, and because you're not talking to me, you're talking to everybody else here as well, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
so when you're showing me this, if you remove the 2 and the 8, right, you would have a K. With this, you can have a B, and if you remove the 8, you will have an R.
Yes.
So then your equation is going to be 611. You can do the equation many ways. You can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 7. Then you can go 1, 5, 9. Then you can add them up. You can use its singularity and see if you can balance it off of other letters and see if they balance out correctly or not. And correctly means they're going to give you something that's going to be malleable. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 7, 7, 8, 9, 3. Oh, you did that. Oh, okay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Each line is broken down here into each step. And then what I did was is each line is an equation of the whole of the B. So we're using this to write out the B. And then we're doing an equation of what each line of the B could represent, and then all together it would represent.
Hey, you just showed me something which is really cool. You're 12, when next year 12, 3 plus 2 equals 5. Next year 24, 6 and 8 equals 5. Do you see that?
Oh yeah.
No, you won't see it. It's hidden. Let me explain it to you. Go up higher. 12.
Okay.
Now this, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2 equals to 5. The 24 is 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8 and 6, 14. 1 and 4 equals to 5, equating these two lines equal in their own domain by another virtue.
So I could then break down these number into a different equation also. So I could break
Yes.
these down further.
Yes,
Okay.
so
That was one of my questions on if I could break down these numbers into a further way, or would I just stick with this kind of an equation?
never stop until the end, until it doesn't make any sense. If it's just easy to do it that way and there's no reason to stop. And when you get to the end of many numbers, you're going to end up with these results. Some of the numbers in star math, you're going to end up with a lot of 29s, which is 11, which is back to 29 again. A lot of them, you're going to end up like 1771, remains 1771. It remains a power source. I can explain it to you. I can show. I have artwork for every single number and where they are. I found everything everywhere. Otherwise, I leave it just up in the air and questions, right? Even the stars, every single star is actually a different connecting story. For instance, the pentagram star, the 5 points.
Yes.
Well, because of the angles of because of the 5 points, if you choose 3 of the points, you can create 3 different stars inside the 5 star, and just connect 3 at a time all around the 12 or whatever amount of numbers you want in a circle. You can connect with your stars, and in fact, every single star will connect. And after you pass by, I think it's 5. it doesn't matter. It just becomes on a different level. Nothing passes 6.
They're saying they can't hear me.
They can't hear you?
That's what she records 1111 was saying in the chat.
How long ago was this? Because I hear you fine.
I'm not sure. It just popped up a moment ago.
Yeah, so anyways, I just noticed
Oh,
it.
earlier. Okay.
If,
Okay,
if
my
I
bad.
didn't see this right now, if you weren't designing this letter, then I wouldn't know. Another thing to do with this, right, is go to 12 as well, because 12 means a reflection.
Okay.
Well, 9 is, I shouldn't say that because 9 is a reflection as well, but the alphabet ends at 8 and 9 jumps into the 5th area. So when I run, either I run 9 or I'll run 12, but I'll question it. Like the game of pool, would you run that as a 9 or as a 12? There's 6 pockets, but the pool table is long. So I would run that
Right.
as a 12.
Okay.
And the center pockets would be the pocket where the heart zones are, where the 4, 5, the 6 card, the 7 card, and the 8 card, right, would be where the pockets would be in the pool table. The 4 card would take on the pockets in the 4 corners. The 5 card would be in the center of the table, in which when you're playing the game, I think of snooker, there's a ball that goes in the center there. That would pick up the 5th number or the 8 ball number. I think it's the black ball that fits there. And let me see how the balls are set up in snooker, because this is all about what's fair, and that by the breath we take, by in the house we live. If the Creator is relying on us to receive the messages, then these things are fair, and this is the message I receive. So I don't take the technicality into the game. Just hold on a second. Let me take a look at this. How are the balls set up in snooker? Okay, it's the blue ball. And check it out. It's the 5 in the blue ball. It's beautiful. It's the 5 blue. So when the Aztec, or when they're talking in the Aztec calendar about the blue monkey and the blue moon and all this, I haven't started working on that yet, but I'd love to get together a discourse, my own channel, that we can come together and put together, I mean, the yellow, the blue, and all this, the reason for it numerically, the reason for it, like the way you speak. Yeah, the way you speak, the way Forbidden is learned, the way everybody has learned. There's a finite thing, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The understanding that 10 opens up another doorway, which also, if you look at 10 this way and this way, front and back, whether you're counting from right to left or left to right, each area space is 1, as is 10. Okay, why did you write 73 minus 2?
So that's the second way that I did it. So I minus 2 from each equation, and then I minus 2, and then left it, and this is all of it together. And then I minus 2 from the end equation and got this number. So that's why.
And where's the 61 come from?
From this equation here.
And what is that equation?
This is all of these numbers here.
Yeah, I just want to see 1, 2, 3 is 2, 1, 4. Okay. Why is 4 and 5 minus 2? Okay. And you minus 2 because why again?
Because so when I was doing this B, my thought was that 2 represents B in numerology, right? So whenever I'm doing the equation, what would I come up with if I minus 2 from every equation?
Okay, that's good.
And then I did it by times 2 also.
Okay, good. So this is what it is. Anything times 1 will remain itself. 1 will reside in 3. 1 is what is the divided house, which ignites the life of 3, giving 3 life that 1 lives with in between, in which what is 2. But still in itself, bestowed on it to itself, Venus, whether you're in this life or not, Venus must exist everywhere, within the sun, within the moon, within the trees, because you are all of what is. And that is where Venus comes in at Venus 2, at Venus 4, at Venus 8. When you come in, you are half of what Venus is, and you become what is 3, and 3 is 6, the half life between 4 and 8. And all the Greek gods, okay, their letters, their initials, their first letter is all 8 and 4, 8 and 4. Zeus is also an 8 in the 26th letter and reflects what is 1. Sorry, it's 1 and 8, 184, 184, 184, all the way around. It's just amazing. It's just really, really amazing. All the Greek gods. So all these stories bring light to the words to the numbers of today. And yes, so can you go back so that's what it is. So what I do in a lot of my equations is I like to add on 1 and 2 sometimes differently because of it. And when I see an A in the word, I'm going to do the number to the word, and then I'm going to put a +1 for A because it divides everything up. And I should do that probably for everything. Where is the other piece? Can I see the piece with the elements, the zodiac? I see it in the back. I see it hiding.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
come
back.
on.
Can I see that closer?
Hold on, I'm trying to get my light to come on. Sorry, I'm outside.
Yeah. So just take a 2-minute break. I just want to say hello to Forbidden for a minute. How are you?
I'm actually doing pretty good now that I'm healing up pretty well.
You're healing up. What happened?
Well, 45 days ago, I was hit by a car and then thrown into a semi truck on my motorcycle, broke my back in 4 places, and about to death.
Wow, that's crazy. So you're breathing, you're alive, so that's a plus. You can walk.
Yeah, actually, I'm walking right now. I'm actually just fine. I'm actually pretty healed. My doctors don't know what to think about me right now because I'm actually walking, talking. I actually had passed. I unalived twice on the scene because I had an aorta hematoma. And, it's not. I went 79 to 95% of people that are in motorcycle wrecks that end up with that severe of an injury don't survive. And they had to fly me out. It took them like 2 hours to fly me out. It was pretty terrible.
So you mean I should not complain about my toe anymore tonight?
No, please complain about it. You're okay.
Okay, so stop here. Don't go any further than this. Stop. Stuff like this, that's simple. I want to go over with everybody. If you'd like to explain this for 2-3 minutes, please. What's your name up here? You're Miss. I don't even know your name. It doesn't say. Oh, you're Rain's child. Okay, so yeah, your mic is off. Just to let you know.
Got that?
Yeah, okay, so please, I already know this. I'm going to go over it after you explain what it is for others. And I don't know what.
I just learned this between the last live earlier today. So I don't know a whole lot about it. This is something an image I came across on a Google research on the square and understanding the elements and the houses and the planets and zodiacs together. And this is what was most one that showed up most of the time. I have a few questions myself. I'm still trying to figure out what all of it represents. But I did notice that there's 3 of each element in the 12 square here. I'm not 100% sure how they're all connected all together yet. I'm still learning this one.
Okay, let me explain it to you. Okay. First of all, number one, I didn't create the system, but this is what the astrologists say. Okay. Aries is the first sign. It's connected to Mars. Mars is the 4th planet. Fire is with Aries, and it's also a cardinal sign if you want to put cardinal. The month of February has only 28 days in it. The first Aries begins in March. Fourth of the third of the 20th of March is I'm just trying to think what the yes, it's communication. And this is when Aries begins in communication. It takes 4 days to run the communication. What is the 3 of the 24th day of the month, which is a reverse alphabet 324, the CX comes in. When the CX comes in, the C is the third letter in the alphabet, the X is the 24th letter in the alphabet. 2 and 4 is 6, and 3 is 3, where 3 and 6 is what, if there was a plasma, 3 would go at 6, connecting what would be 10. 4 would go at 5, connecting in the plasma to what would be 10. And that would be the electricity that goes between the element and the plasma, making up the difference of the element of the area space occupied and unoccupied that is shown by the Tesla towers. Amongst the two towers, there's the element or the meeting point that when it ignites in 10. And they call this lighting up what is 9 within 10. And they came up with the word, not antenna, but lightning. Light 10, 9. They add on the light 10, but they add on the ing. The ing is the ninth letter, which is 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 3 and 6, 4 and 5, to where the N, what is the 14th letter, which is the passage between amongst the house on the angle of 120 degrees in the tetrahedron trinity. And I don't remember the name. I have to bring out all these people who know all these smart stuff. The Taurus, the 1 and 2 come together to create what is in the Gemini. This is the way I'd like to associate. When I run backwards, my question was always like this. Should I remove Aries and Taurus? Should I remove Aries and Pisces? I can't have all of them to exist, but they will exist within the 13th sign of Orpheus. Has anybody heard of the 13th sign?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second. So the 13th sign is the equation of what is Aries Pisces. When we run the 12 months of the year, we'll run Aries Aquarius, right? And then what we're going to run is Taurus to Pisces. What that means is count them. Although we have 12, the association creates the 13. The 3 and the 10 creates the 13 inside of this because we become inside. So when you divide 12 by 13, you end up with 0.92, 7692376 or 076, right? Because we are installed, we compress inside the tank. Pisces, being the 12th sign of the fish sign, is actually what is going to be 1 between 2 equaling to 3 and associating Gemini and Sagittarius, creating what is Pisces. And this is where they all stay into the mutable signs. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces are all mutable signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius in the line are all fixed signs, and where Aquarius 11 becomes a non-interchangeable, as they say, according to those who know about life path and master signs, where the first sign, where your fixed sign in itself, okay, will associate with a mutable sign, Sagittarius, creating your first 11, the moons of Mars come into effect in control through Venus, right? The Venus control center associated with Mercury, wherever Mercury is. I think Mercury is in Gemini and also in Aquarius, according to your last piece of paper up on this. Gemini and Virgo, right? Gemini and Virgo, they repeat that 2213. What it means is 3, 6, 9, 12. It repeats. Virgo is 6, 12, 18, 24. It repeats. But what happens with 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8? They do not repeat until they reach the 10th element, where 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and then they repeat. Dividing any number by 7 will equate to 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8, and what will take 10 to repeat. Do you follow what I'm saying? If you need to repeat 1, it'll take counting of 10. Repeat 2, counting of 10, but not 3, 6, and 9. No, no, no. Another thing is, if you're playing football, you need 3 times what is 12 inches, and I got to be quiet. I don't know if I'm talking loud, but in football, the hash marks are 36 inches, so it's 3 by 12. It's 4 by 9. Okay, it's going to be 6 by 6. It's going to be 9 by 4. Going to be 18 by 2, 36 by 1, 12 by 3 Gemini. This is the way I get the hash marks. This is how I was taught. And this is what I found in my perfection, the perfection of all this that exists. All that you see before you has been planned way before. Do you think it took a computer to create what you see in front of you? How can this person know what I see is the same thing? Only because we saw something online, right? But it's not that we saw something online, right? This is a direct correlation with connections. 1 in 5 are two fire signs, right? 1 in 5 are two fire signs, and then you have Sagittarius, another one. Now the thing is, with Libra is an air sign. Now, how in the world is Libra an air sign? And it's an odd number. Now, Gemini is another odd number. That's an air sign. Now, both of them have something in common that they don't have in common. When you take out a dice cube, the number 3 has a dot in the center, and 3 is the beginning or the end, okay, of what is the understanding of 1 between 2 equals to 3. And what is 7? Well, 7 is the same thing. Instead of 1 between 2, it's 7. It's 1 between 3. Instead of 1 between 2 equals to 3. 7 will be 3, 1, 3 equals to 7. 3 will be 1, 2 equals to 3. The two airwave signs coming together.
Oh man, I've got something like that like really figured out because I had a dream today about some things. Like, you know how I do. Today's a 23 day. If you add up the date, it's August 6th, 2025. 2025 is a 9-year. 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9, plus the 6, and then you add the 8, you get 23. I'm a life path 23, 1, 21, 21, that equals 23. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So I had a really great dream today because the things that I was doing before, they got stronger after I realived myself, I guess, twice. So today I was doing my own personal signs. Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius sun, Sagittarius rising, and a Leo moon. As I came through everything comes back to the number 11. Through everywhere I go, as well as all of that, it brings everything as a whole in a culmination. I've got it all on paper. I mean, I can explain it rather than, you know what I'm saying? I just,
Well, right. You know, the thing is, I want to like try and get to, like, I want to do something like this right now, so we can't do everything. And I know what you're talking about between me and you.
well, it also comes up to like, it's coming up to the Saturn. It comes up to Saturn, everything you were talking about today, like literally everything.
So,
It brings,
yeah,
it brings, it brings in the 777s where they come in. It brings in the 888s. It brings in the 6s. It brings in everything.
okay, so you saw that video where
No, I didn't see.
66, 77, 88, 99, 11,
No, I,
44, 33, 55. Did you see that video where all of this came together?
no.
Okay, because yeah, so I'm gonna show it. I'll show it after, but not right now. But what I did is I realigned these numbers in front of us. Well, anyways, I'll talk about it after. I'm just gonna write it down. The 44 House of Abraham, because I want to do one thing at a time. So right now, what you just did is you just crossed over. You know what you did? Can you tell me what you
Well,
did? I already know what
I'm
from
gonna.
what I see. I want you to say it so it doesn't come out of my mouth. I want you to have the credibility.
So I was just looking for patterns, and these are the patterns that I found. So
Absolutely.
these three here, because I have them each colored with their sign. So these three and these three is a pattern, and then these three and these three are a pattern. But you also have the pattern here and here, and then you also have two of these here, and then this one here, and then these two here, and this one here. There was multiple patterns that I was seeing, and I was simply marking the way that I seen the multiple patterns interacting with each other.
Very important.
Each
And
color is a different reaction of the pattern.
right, and when you do it, try to as best as you can. You could, if you see all the patterns, you can do all the patterns. But after that, break them up like you did. This is the way I work. They taught me it's called skeleton, where you don't have to show everything, make everybody use their head a little bit. Okay, so your one of the well, first of all, in this direction, and like you see, if you cut it like a knife in both directions, the numbers crisscross 24s, right?
Also,
Go ahead.
if you take fire and air, right, and you break those two down, you're going to get 29 and 19, which will come up to 48. And it also if you break them down to their smallest form, you'll get 11 and 1, which will be 12. So you get Saturn. You get 12 21 or 21 21.
And which numerology? This one is this the crisscross numerology?
This is it's Pythagorean. I mean that's just basic Pythagorean right there. Because fire is 6995, which is 29, and then you get air, which is 199, which is 19, and that brings you to the 1221. And Saturn is 2121. If you do Saturn and Pythagorean, you get 21. If you do Saturn and Chaldean, you get 21. But 21 also crosses to a 12 because they're both 3. It's a reverse number. It's a mirror number. So either way it goes, and when you stack them on top of each other, you get the 33, which you still get the 6. That's what I was going to show you, and then it brings it down to the 13s, which brings you to the 44, the 13, and the 31. The 13, I also associate. This is like I've learned how to take these numbers. These numbers have taught me how to. I predicted this wreck that I had this year, and I told everybody I was going to have it like a year ago. And it was literally 6 months. It was 6 months and 1 day from my birthday that I had this wreck.
The church.
Yes.
So a lot of things you mentioned, like the church, and that the church is going to be represented by 601, and the reverse of 601 is 803 or
Yes.
893. And the 38 is the fire, which you reduce to 29, in which the E in fire only comes the heat within the condensed of the house, which means an enclosed space. Otherwise, it's the FIR. The same thing when you create the word AME and AM. AME in French is the soul. The 28 to a single digit when you count it. I like to do this lately, that if you go 991, I'm going to go 191. And I'm going to end up with 19 and 11, which is going to be the equation of 6 times 5 equals to 30. 6 plus 5 equals to 11. I added up to 41 and 19. The separation is 11. So this is, okay, now I can't say much. This is just an association between Leo and Virgo. So for those who know about the zodiac and want to look at this, it's going to be Leo, Virgo, and Sagittarius. I don't want to say anything else. There's going to be a vibration that runs within this. The reason why the church is 601 to 308 is because I'm equating everything to 9. Now I'm looking at what you're doing. My head was down. You created the offset Star of David. Absolutely very good.
The reason I need to point that out to you because the offset Star of David comes from the numbers of 777 and 888.
Yes.
It's derived from those 3 numbers.
So what you do is if you go 1, you draw a line, you make a circle, and you draw a line from 1 to 4 to 7 triangle. And in the same circle, you draw a line from 2 to 5 to 8, but do not include the other. Connect 6 lines out of 9, and you will go all the way around with an offset Star of David.
I mean, I've got it kind of written out right here. Like, if you
Well,
want
written out but right now I just want to finish with one thing before we get the other thing. You know what I'm saying? So you were talking also about, because I wrote it down, the fire in the air. The woman is 3828, which is also man and woe coming together. The 28 is also Moses and mother. The 13th and the 15th, ball and pool. Skipping over the 14th ball and pull, that would be in the word mother. So we're dragging the moon inside of this right away. And again, it comes from mother, 2 and 8. It is an earth sign, and it is what is 4 times 2 to create the 8 in Scorpio. The letters here are B and H, but can also relate to T and H. When it's T and H, the beginning of the TH association begins at 20, and that is when the complete star system or motherboard hooks up. What that means is hooking up all these numbers 1 through 9. But after you finish connecting 1 through 9, you must connect what is 3 through, I think it's 3 through 12 to end it. It's 1 through 9 and 3 through 12. And that'll be your juncture of association, skipping over 2. So 3 through 12 is going to equal to 75. And this is where your moon link is going to come in. When you add up 1 to 12, it equals to 78. And what is 78? Exactly like Forbidden spoke. The 77, the 88, and the 99 are going to connect it to both 1 and 2 association. 1 connects to 8, 2 connects to 7, and 7 and 8 are the power source inside what is the fixed sign and what is the cardinal sign. After that, you jump into the mutable, back into the cardinal, and you create your first connecting doorway 7. And then you'll run Cancer into Leo, 3, 4, and 5. And this is where your game of golf comes in. The par 3, the par 4 equals to 7. Now the par 5 and the 7 and 5 becomes the female and the masculine and the feminine. But in this instance, it joins at 5 and not at 7 in this instance. I like to know what the angle is between.
The key to this, like when you do this in Pythagorean, when you do the elements in Pythagorean, if you put water and earth together, you get 47. If you put air and fire together, you get 48. So you get 11 and 12, which gives you the 23.
Twenty-nine, 19, 9, 5, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 5. Water, you have 22.
Yes, water's 22, earth is 25, the reverse of earth in simple, which comes up to the 77. And then you have 29.
Okay, dog has to come. Okay, yeah, hold on a second. I have to get the dog. You can't bark at this time, especially on a work week.
Then
Let's go in.
The key to the fire is really important because fire starts with the 6, has the 99 rule.
Come in.
The fire is the most important.
Give me a second. Just give me a second. I gotta go outside for a minute.
Okay. The fire is what brings in the air. The air and the fire go hand in hand together. They have to go hand in hand together. See, and this is where it's all going to bring all these elements together to bring that it brings it all together, like everywhere, like to the whole. That's what where we talked about the 3 was the most important. It's like it's the 1, 1, 1. The 1 is the absolute, because the 1 is what makes the triangle. The triangle is what makes everything. It brings everything together. The Star of David, or the hexagon. Or it's 2 triangles on top of each other,
Right.
which symbolize as above, so below.
Right.
Right. So the names that, like the number 33 is the hexagon in sacred geometry. That's what it represents.
Right. So the diagram that I found, it does work.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You're bringing it. You're bringing it. That's Earth. Earth is the hexagon. The 23 is the important part, because it's the 5. The 5 is the most powerful number in the universe.
Yeah, I was out of the room. I'm coming. I just had to do something. Coming back. I'm going down.
And I'll explain how the fire come together with air. See, yeah, it's very intricate. But it's really simple.
Right. And see, what I was using is, no.
See, water and earth, both when you do them in the numerologies that I do, the first 2 letters are 5 and 1, which is 51. 51 is the Aquarius. The second 2 letters of water are 2 and 5, which is 25, which is earth. Earth is 70% water, so it has to have the water. So earth has to be in the water.
Right.
Then you have the 92 on earth, which is the second 2 letters, which is the reverse of fire, which is 11. Then you have 8, because 8 is also infinity. 8, if you take the number 8 and you put it on its side, it becomes infinite.
Yes.
So earth is infinite. So as the body turns back to ash, it re-rises again as we give birth. So it's infinite.
As it represented in this.
Right. And then the 9 in the water, which is the last number, comes to is man, is human, which the 9 and the 8 equals 17, which also equal 8, which also shows that earth and water are what we're made of. We are infinite of a possibility of earth and water.
And water holds memory.
Well, we're also 70% water as well.
Yes. I actually talked to a friend, if you don't mind me interrupting you for a second. I actually talked to a friend here recently, and we were talking about how there's 4 different forms of water currently, which there's the evaporation of water, and then you have the solid of water, and then you have the plasma water that they've recently discovered, and then you have the gaseous water.
Well,
Saying that correctly, I think.
Basically, when we look at water, the air you breathe is water.
Right.
Right. That's why.
Talking about water was because we are 70% water, and then the air that we breathe is a lower percentage of water, but it's still water. Which is how we're connected to the air, is through the water. And then if we were in the ocean, we would be in a more solid, more denser form of water, which would be heavier than we are. And then if we were in the plasma, it would be the heaviest water, and we would float on top of it, because it was a different density of water than we are.
You'll see, and that's where the fire and air come into play. When you put fire and air together, you have, fire is, the numbers are 6995. Okay.
So this equation here.
The 2 9s in the middle are important because they hold everything together. The 6 and the 5 on the beginning and the end is the 11. That's the 1 and the 1. So in 6 times 9 is 99. So it brings it together. And when you add 6 plus 9 plus 9 plus 5, you get 29, the 11.
Yes.
So when you get that, then you come down to the air. You have 199.
For the air?
Which is Aries, which is 199.
Right here.
Right. 19. 19 is symbolic for everything. That's the 10, the 1. As in 1 is symbolic for, if you look at any that's what brings the circle as the whole as 10, because that 1 resides into the 9, which gives it the 10, which makes it the circumpunct. Anywhere in our ancient civilizations of our ancestors, the circumpunct represent the number 10, which is the circle with the dot in it, which is always the sun, which is what they would consider as bringing growth, fire, and so on and so forth. So the 199 that comes together, that means the 1 of the 99 is going to breathe that breath into the people and bring people back to what they need to. Now,
which is funny because 100 of one species, the skill becomes known throughout the species and starts appearing through the whole species as a skill.
Correct. So you have.
So that 100 of the 99 would be that one breath of the whole species.
of the whole. Yes, that's that incarnation of everything. Now, where that comes into play when you get back to the water and fire, water and fire together, 22 and 29. If you were to put those together, if you were to reduce the 29 like you're supposed to, because 22 does not reduce, it's a master number, it stays at 22. 22 to 29 would be 11 and 22, which would be 33, which still gives you the 6. But also, if you take the 22 and the 29 and add them together, you get the 51, which is the royal star of Aquarius, the royal star of the waterman.
Okay, see, I haven't gotten that far yet, so I'll be definitely checking that one out next.
Now, where he gets the 44, 44 also comes with earth and air. That's the 25 and the 19. That equals 44. And I found, I mean, and I'm going to put this out there, my age is 44. I got a lot of this when I turned 44 years old.
See, according to what I understand of my numerology, my 36 year, which is what I am currently, is supposed to be my most that I learn of my knowledge.
Yeah, it's individual. It's individual. Like, okay, if you do your numerology for your name, you get you get the destiny number, right, or destination number.
Right. I do the blueprint theory of it.
I do ancient numerology. I do the ancient numerologies like Chaldean. Like
I haven't studied a whole lot into those. I just started studying numerology a year ago, so
right.
This is the one that I've currently understood so far.
Yeah, like I go all the way back to like 10,000 years ago, like, and then you bring that into play, and then you have the Pythagorean. The Pythagorean is the one that ties the simple gematria, which is what we use right now, and the Chaldean.
Right, which is what I use. This theory here would be the Pythagorean.
Okay, see, and okay, it go. So if we were to look at the history, it would go Chaldean, Pythagorean, and then simple. So Pythagorean sits in the center. So it's what bridges the gap.
Okay.
So when you put this together, you'll start seeing a bigger picture. I can.
So what you can do to this next, although you can reduce it to a single digit, you take the single digit and now you multiply it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I never multiply anything. I only simply take everything, and everything is done to its simplest form, which brings because the one thing that I have been taught and learned through everything was that, like, the more complex you make a simple, when we look at problems as humans, when we look at the problem, we'll take the simplest problem and turn it so complex to where somebody that has nothing to do with it will come over and look at it and be like, hey, why don't you do it like this? And you're like, bro, come on, dude. That's super smart. And I did not see that because I was so engulfed and focused into trying to fix it. So,
Okay, so when
that's why when we look at these certain numbers like the 11 and the 9 are really important because they bring up a natural 20, which is still a natural 2, which is still the 11. So when we look at those two numbers, the 9 is derived. When you take 9 times 9, you can do that. You get 81, which is a perfect square number. It can only get derived from the only way that you can get that number is 9 times 9. It cannot be gotten anywhere else. 18 is also gotten by 9 plus 9. When you stack them on top of each other, 18 and 81, you get 99. That's where your 99 comes into play. That's why all mirror numbers are to be they are to play together. The 13 and the 31. See, and you can resort like up to the number 22, you can resort everything back to the true arcana of the tarot cards. And if you go into a new research that they have, that they took an AI computer and started decoding the book of Thoth, it started saying that it was written as a computer's like a computer code, and it came up to some of the 22 arcana of the tarot cards, and I've been associating that with all of this, with a lot of this. That's how I've been able to read numbers. That's how I can literally go into somebody's and look at their birthday and tell you who they are and what they're going to do and if they're going to like be wrong by do wrong by you. The 13 and the 33, like, okay, well, if I show you, if I go get my paper and show you where I predicted my thing that was going to happen, that happened to me this year, I have the 13 and the 31. The 13 in the tarot card is the death and rebirth card. The 31 would be the reverse of death, would be rebirth. So they go together, and when you put 13 and 31 on top of each other, you get 44. I turned 44 this year, and that happened. I also found the number 47, which is also water and earth, which also comes up in the numerology as motorcycle. So I was in a wreck at 44 on the 47, which is also
So right, so 40. Okay, so so you're making communication. So what I want to do is when you brought up 22 and 33 and 44, is there the reverse cube of what is 10? It's noted to be what is communication.
right, and which is the 111. If you look at the 111, you see if you go to 21, if you go to 777, you get 21. Okay, 21 is also 12, which is if you stack 21, you get
Why
30,
is 20 okay, 21 12 reverse okay?
you get 33, which is also 888. 8 times 3 is 24, which is 6. So you get the 66.
Okay, yes, the numbers always go together, right?
Right. Right. Now when you put when you put the triple triangle together of 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 7 times 3 or 111, if you stack each one together, take 3 lines and put them together, you make a triangle, right? Now now that equals 3. So if you get 3 triangles together, you actually get 4 triangles. You get a base and 3 sides.
Correct.
So when you bring that into play, you get 4 times 3, which is 12. Back
Correct.
to 3. Back to
Right.
the reverse to 21.
Right.
So when you look, so as we look at this, it shows that like, the 52 is 7. Okay. One of the things this is one of my numbers that I have is 121. 121 is significant for myself. But like when I do, it's like the simple. I'm not going to give
Okay,
it all
but
out.
things about for ourselves is meaningless because this is
It brings it all into play. I've got it right
no,
here.
but for ourselves, it's really meaningless for
No, yeah,
ourselves.
I agree. I'm just saying how it forms a basis of creation. Makes everything equal and playable, like you talk about.
Right,
When you,
because when I don't think for myself. I think, how does this play
right.
into association of all of us? Like,
In Chaldean, water and earth is 17. Both of them equal 17. Exact same numbers, just in different order, like the 142,857.
well,
Wait a minute.
water and earth is in base is 4-7, which is the running of the two systems, and the only one that's integrated. The system is February 20 is February. It's the only added month, February.
And water and earth with the 17 give you the 88.
Well, how do water and earth give you the 88?
Because 1 plus 7 is 8. As water is 1 plus 7 is 8. Earth is 1 plus 7 is 8.
Okay, how is water 1 plus 7?
17. When you do it in Chaldean, it comes up to the number 17.
Okay, just 2 minutes ago I heard 22. What was the 22
That was
for?
Pythagorean. That's Pythagorean. That's where you bridge the gap between simple and our ancestors. And it all comes back to the number 23. Everything, like it all runs right back to the number 23.
Okay, but no, but with water you said was 22?
In Pythagorean.
Okay, so how do you calculate the W, the A, the T, the E, the R?
In Pythagorean,
Yes.
it just reduces from the simple. The W in simple is 5.
okay.
Everything reduces.
Okay, I wasn't sure what you were doing because I didn't see that. Okay.
So water is 17.8. Earth is 17.8. Fire is 16.7.
I know I didn't see that. I for some reason I didn't see it.
Now
Yes,
this is
so water 22 equals to what is 55 sky pass. 22 is also 88, which is going to be bronze connecting to the constellations. 55, the power source of Leo, connecting to the water source upon the two houses. 19 is going to connect your air wave in through the fire sign, riding the earth and water sign when air gets reduced from 28 to 19. Fire and air, 29 and 19, is an unbeatable combination. It also is unbeatable that on the what's it called? Hold on a second. I'm just thinking.
See, this is also where it comes from. Like fire is 16 in Chaldean, okay, which is 7. Air is 4. There's your 74. Fire and air is your 74.
Right. Fire and air is your 74. I don't know why you said it, but where do you get that from?
Because fire in Chaldean is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. Air just equals 4. It stays at 4. So if it stays at 4, so you have a 4, and then you have another 4, which just comes back to the 44.
Oh, fire in Chaldean. Okay.
Yes. So you have the 70. So now you have 74 and the 88. So now you have, so you get so when you take the 17s and you reduce them to the 8s, which gives you 8 and 8. Okay.
Right.
You reduce that to the 16. Okay. 8 plus 8 is 16. Okay.
Right.
So now if you take 17 and 17 and add it together, you get 34.
Right.
It gives you 7 and 7. That's the 77. So it comes back down to the 77. Then you could bring it over to your 74 because they're already reduced as far as they can go. So you have the 74, which is 11. 11 plus 77 is 88. That's telling you that this is our paradise. This is our home. This is our earth. This is our heaven. Because 88 plus the 23 that everything comes down to, like when you take all the numbers, when you take Pythagorean, simple, and Chaldean, and you put them all together, it comes straight down to the number 23. 23, then you take that 88 plus that 23, you get the number 110. Or 100 or 111. Sorry, excuse me, get the Trinity, the 111. Which gives you the number of then you add that to the 23, you get 134, which is the 8 of infinity. Which is the triple eights, the 888, the 24, the 6, the 666, always back to the 6, 51, 6, 15, 6, and then you 15 is reversed to 15, you get 66.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah, that's where the cube divides. So at the end of this is that fire is 11, that air is 10, that water is 4, and that earth is 7. So we end up with 1, 2, 4, 7.
You have to really write it out in a certain way, though, because like if you do it to really understand it, you really have to get like, okay.
You have to do all the combinations. I understand that.
Well, no, I'm talking about like okay, fire is 2911. Okay, the 2 and the 9 multiply or don't multiply but add to make the 11. Okay, so it does not reduce any further. 19 is 3 numbers.
Why doesn't it reduce any further?
Because 11 is a master number. It's the master of
But
intuition.
why did the master numbers? Who said this? Who's those people who said this? There's got to be a reason. I can't just run by a master number. It means nothing to me.
This is okay. We have to remember that mathematics was not something that we invented. It was given to us. We did not invent it. We did not create it. Mathematics and what we have was given to us. We basically found it. We inherited it. When it was given to us, it was given to us so we can learn. What I'm doing here, it was given to you so you can learn. There's no way to get a DNA sample to find out who the people are going to be. They're going to be your teachers. There's no way to get a
but why? Who said it's a master number? Why?
the whoever wherever we originally got our mathematics that gave us this, that taught us how to put everything into these codes.
Okay, I'm going to explain something to you, something that
Math
you already know.
Math
Okay,
is the natural language of source or God. This is his language. This is who it is. Because you have to consider the fact when you do your name, your birthday into a numerology, and you start finding out these huge things that like just what you it blows your mind. And you're like, what is the odds that your parents named you on that particular day at that particular time that you would have that sign that you would have those astrological signs combined to make what you are as your essence, as you have bred, as you basically, this is how we are to find out where we are in this world. And if to in order to do this, this is how we're going to change and bring things back to what they need to be. If we do not start doing this and understand what we are doing this for, then we
okay,
are
so listen. My page is not about this,
I know,
about
I know, I
why.
know.
My page is about the numbers. So I was speaking about the master numbers. Why is it the master numbers? And I'm going to tell you why 11 doesn't change. My rendition. The rendition of why 11 doesn't change is that the heart of creation that resides within one, that what is inside um, of what is 19, which is 10 and 9, and what is 11. So 11 is like this: 11 is 9 and 2. It is the mother, it is the association bringing the house together. You cannot do anything with her, but you can divide the 10 house. Why? Because it's this house or that house.
Okay, yeah, I mean, now, here's okay. I can now. Okay, we're both on the same understanding. It starts with the 2 to the 9 because when you start with the circumpunct, which is where the original number 1 and number 10 started.
Okay, hold on. I want to look that up. Circumpump, I can look it up.
Yes, circumpunct. It is the circle
Circumpump.
punct. Yes, I can type it out for you.
Hold on. Piston pumps.
Circumpunct.
How do you spell it?
I just typed it out for you. That is okay. If you look at and if you go into the ancient hieroglyphs,
Circumpump.
yes, if you go into the ancient hieroglyphs and all of our ancestors and how they used to draw, like that is the symbol for the sun or the symbol for the god, sun god or Ra. It is the symbol for that is the symbol for that because it is the wholeness with one in it. So with the outside circle being one and the
Hey.
inside in the center dot being one, that gives you the 11. It took the one to make the one. So when you take 29 and 92 and you stack them on top of each other, you get the number 121. When you take 74 and 47 and stack them on top of each other, you get the number 121. When you take 83 and 38 and stack them on top of each other, you get the number 121. The
Hey,
number
hey, go away.
the
Go
number
away.
the number 121
Go
is
away.
is also a perfect square number in the world of mathematics. It can only be driven by 11 times 11.
So, but still, so 9 times 9 is 81. So what's the difference between 9 times 9 or 11 times 11?
That's where they come into play. The 1 and the 9 make each other, make the 10.
But what about 7 times 7 is 49?
That's 13. That's the 13th, that's the 4. That is the foundation, the base.
Right, but they all do something. But what I was talking about before is why did they choose 11 as a master number, not to reduce it?
That's what I was explaining. Because if you look at the circumpunct, that is looking at yourself as like source or God. If you look at that sacred, that's sacred geometry. It's sacred geometry, is what it is. which is also flows into our mathematics, which also flows into what we do, which actually flows into your into your Mayan calendar, because it is a circle with a single head in the middle, which is what they considered their god.
So right now, you know what they're saying right now, until I see the math, right? They're not really showing me any math. So it's right now, right? To express, to think, to know, to maybe, to this, to that, the dots. Additionally, circumpunct has been linked symbolism relating to the sun, the gold, the this, the that, which is good for me because so far they didn't put math to it, so I'm very happy. Well, the circle, serpent, or now this Ouroboros, okay? So Orpheus, Ouroboros, Orpheus, the third sign, they're all together. All of
Right.
these things.
And then the circumpunct turns into the Vesca Pisces, which is the mother of all creation.
Yes. Okay. This is perfect. Yes. This is good. It work. I know it in the numbers. I know how it works.
Right. So now you know where I'm going with it.
Well,
So
I know what it is, but the thing about this is one of the things is others who would say it, they say, well, it says this and this says that, and it leads to a link of a discord instead of a discourse because it doesn't end. The truth of to equate something to an ABC rhythm is that 1 and 9 equals to 10. It will equate in 2 and 8, in 3 and 7, and 4 and 6. The 1 repeats itself in 3 and 5, but we cannot remove the 2. We cannot remove the 2 and 9 because the 2 is the mother. It is here and it is here.
I agree with that. Now, see, that's where air. That's
Not
where.
to agree with it, it's the actual truth. It's
No, that's
right
what-
here.
no, I
It's the
agree.
2 and the 9, 11, the 2 and the 7, 9, the 1 and the 8, 9, the 8 and the 3, 11. This is the truth. This is what speaks, not me.
No, I agree with that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We both have the same comprehension. We don't have an
Okay.
understanding of it. We have a comprehension.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. See, when others try to teach off an understanding, they create chaos. Okay, we have a comprehension. We know because air in our ancient language of Chaldean is 112. That's 11-2. So you know that air is the source of life.
Air, so air is 112 is 22 is
Right. That brings the 4. That brings the base. That brings
I
the
need to understand how I can invert the alphabet. You see, when I invert the alphabet in Chaldean, what is 112 is 887, which brings the seventh gate to the constellations, where 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. So what is 7 with 88 is identical to what is two numbers
That's what I have
divided by.
Yes, I have all that written right here for you. I have all that. I actually have things I need to give you that I'm supposed to give you.
Well, can you send them to me?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, no, that's good because it's
Because
easier to see than to see them here.
Because the 12 and the 21 is Saturn. That's Saturn. Saturn is that, and when you, which is the 33, the teacher, and when you bring in the 33 to the 44, you get the 77.
Okay. What happens is I'm just trying to think that when we begin the separation, right? We begin at 1.5 and at 2. And then it becomes in binary, it becomes
That's why the 19 is so important, because the 19 breaks down to 3 numbers. It breaks down to 9. It goes from 19, 10, 1. So you have to. That's where it shows how it breaks itself apart to the single digit. So that's why you have to look at that number 19 so heavily, because it's the 1 through 9 that bring in the 10 to the 1, which also brings in the 11. Because if you were to take the line away from 10 to 1, you get the 101, which is the 1 from the void created the 1. if that makes sense, which is the 2, which is how we get the 2, the number 2. And then 1, 2. Remember how we were doing it before? The 1 plus 1
This
or
is the connection. When you have 10 and 9, whoop, I don't know what happened to my phone, but when you have 10 and 9, you have the association in 19. They're
yes,
both, the 1 and the 9 are fire signs. In between 1 and 9 are 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 connected to Leo. This is
correct,
9 plus 5 equals to 14. This is 21 plus 5 equals to 26.
correct. That's why 88 and 23 equal 110 or 111. Excuse me. That's your Trinity. That is what makes you. When your heart, your mind, and your body are all one, you are balanced. That is the 6 to 9. That is the 69. The 6 and the 9 also equal 15. 15, 6. 15 is the 6, which is the unconditional love. We discussed that before. You know what I'm saying? Which is the unconditional love of the heart, which is the 5. The 5 and the 6 make the 11. The 1 of the
Okay,
1.
the unconditional love. What is unconditional love of the 6?
The six. It's also you can also relate the 6 back to the tarot cards because we were talking about that. Like it's the 6 is of love. It's next to the heart of 1 through 9. It is of love. It is unconditional. It is 6. Okay, so if you take the 666, 6 plus 6 plus 6, which we all discussed is the carbon atom, which everything that's living is of the carbon atom. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18, which is 9, which is completion, the end, which is human.
Okay, so number 1 in the design of a heart, it has 2 rounded areas or 2 separated areas coming down to a point.
Right.
This
Now
is
if you were to take a line and draw it underneath your little heart there and then put a 1 beside it, you'll get 1 2 2 1. The 4 of the base.
well, this one, if I put a line here, it's going to go V1, which will be 5. I can get 4, 5, and 6. I can get a lot of stuff
You
out of
see
it.
that? You see that's what I'm saying. I have that written on my paper right now. I don't have it in graph paper because you get mad at me. I don't want to show it to you because you'll get mad at me.
Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't make a difference right now. I'm tired. I'm going to be getting off soon. I just want to show that when you said this, the association of 10 is going to be possibly 1, 2, 3, 4. It's which equals to 10. It's also going to be possibly what is association.
Well, see,
Okay.
that's where the 1 and the 2 come together. So you get one. You get one. Or so if we were doing the Fibonacci sequence, it would go 1 1 2 3 1 1 2 3, and then it would go like 5. You know what I'm saying? Like it would go on so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But like if we were to take 1 plus 1 is 2, which equals, or 1 plus 1 is 3. Then we take 3 plus 2 plus 1 equals 6. So then we take 6 plus 3, which is 9, plus or plus 2, which is the 11, plus the 1, you get the 12. You start back at 1 2 again. The 12 and the 21 are go hand in hand and create the infinite loop of 3. That's the key to the 369. The 369 is also key. If you go look at my story, it is also key as far as the story.
Why is it key to what? What is it key to?
The Star of David?
The 369 is the key to start. Well, that's an official because it is 369. I mean, just in the star itself.
Correct.
And it's also the 7.
Correct. That's why it's crucial. That's why the 33 in numeral or in sacred geometry is the hex is the Star of David.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So when I create when I create an image above and below,
Right.
when I create 2 images, what happens? I never did this before. I'm going to see if I can do this now.
It creates above. It creates the as above is so below, which also which is it's important for the fact of to have that it creates the balance that shows the balance of being the teacher, the balance of the fire and water, or the fire and air, the balance of, which is the 74 in Chaldean. You know what I'm saying? Which is that's why Lucifer, fire. You can basically call Yeshua, Jesus, as air, and then you come back to that gives you the 74, which brings you to the Messiah. Messiah is also 74. And each one of those numbers reduced is 11, and when you add that, it brings you to 33, the teacher.
Why 33, the teacher?
Because 11, okay, when you start off with your 11, right? When you double the 11 again, you get 22, which is the master builder. When you add 11 to 22 again, you get the 33. That is the master teacher. That is the master of intuition, the master of builder, the master of the master teacher. Now, what other people are not putting together is if you add 11, 22, and 33 together, you get 66. The key number, the 12, the 1, 2, 3.
Okay, the teacher is teacher equals to what is 8. The reason for that, it's a split of Venus is the teacher, the 4 houses. Reason is that when you put TE8 together, it's the filtering within the 4 houses. 26 and 11 is 37, 47, 57, 60.
60 is
Teacher is 60 minus 28. So it's a 28 and 32 equaling to 60, which is
32.
communication within the moon. The
Right.
T and H coming, what's that?
32 is the reverse of 23, which gives you the 55, the 10.
Right. So also that when T and H come together, it happens between the areas of the 4th and the 20th. And the reason the master number exists is this here is your master cube. Learn the cube, and this is the master. We spoke about this many times. This is your master constellations. If you want to really know anything, master up this. The royal stars, you said, right? I'm going to have to look at that, the royal stars.
Yes.
And I also want to bring back up, before I get off just for 2 minutes, I want to know if Brainchild wants to come up and show me that Zodiac stuff again before I end it. Because I need to see that. I've been very interested for a long time. And not that, just go back all the way to just the Mercury. Okay, stay there for 2 minutes.
Something
Just
that
stay there for just a minute. Okay, Virgo, I can never understand that. I'm going to learn, why is Mercury with them? Why did they do that? Mercury is number 1. Mercury is associated with Earth here. So the Mercury association is, I'm going to assume that Mercury and Earth is 1 and 5 equals to 6, and Virgo equals to 6. Air 1, Gemini 3, M4, 1 and 3 equals to 4, 2, 5. 2, 5, 4, 5 in Taurus. Venus gets Earth in Taurus. Venus gets in Libra. See, 2 and 7 work together in 9. So Venus comes together over there. 2 and 7 creates a 9. Venus is the 2nd planet. Saturn is the 6th planet. Earth is the 3rd. They create a 9 with Capricorn. Could be a birth or a lightning switch. You put 2 and 10 together is 12, right? You connected 3 and 11 also, and that's 14. I don't know why you did. Okay, if you did that, you would have connected 2 at 12, but you didn't do that. So your 2 and 12 should have connected together for 14, 14. Since you went 3, 11, you should have went 1, 11 as well. 1, 11 would have been 12 to the left, 11, 3, 14 to the right. You would have created the letters K and N in this situation. Aquarius forever, 11 will equal to 3, 12 will equal to 5. The 11 and 12 is our base creation of 3 and 5. What is 3 and 5? If you double up 3, multiply 3 by 20 is 60 seconds on the clock. Multiply 5 by 20, it's 100% of what is the 60 seconds on the clock. running out of Leo, sun fire. I don't know why they made Leo sun fire, but it's number 5. It's in the ocean, and guess what? The cubes run the cubes power up the sun in the ocean.
Right. And that's something that's how I've just learned about. That's how I learned about the 74 is because in the Royal Stars is because I was me and you. I've tried to explain that to you before, like how I get certain things is like I don't get them from here. They don't. I don't.
Right. So from here, what I get in order to get 74, it equals to energy, equals to Jesus. 74 equals to the cross, G and D, and for God. The number 7 is for the masculine. The 4 is a 2468 for Venus before life comes, and life will be chosen within from the Father of the split heavens. 74 is also in the 5th house of Leo, where 5, 13, 23, 32 equate to 74. 74, 47, 121, part of the 1111 Saturn square system, also where cribbage comes into the effect, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Right.
The reason for that is everything crosses through Leo. The Leo sign is when you add 1 through 9, it equals to 45, right? But it averages out to 5. Leo, 5 and 9 equals to 14. And that's where everything really begins in that element right there. After that, it's 6 and 9, and that's 15. So the 3.1415 starts in that element of 5, 6, 11, and 9 is 9.
Right. And that's where I get all this because I mean the only way I can do it is just to say it, and that it's when I first started doing when I first got this numerology, I didn't know what it was. I was giving a word that came from the ancient word from ancient Tamil, the language of ancient Tamil, and the word was Anaku, and it means to me, of me, for me. And when I looked it up, I had spelled it wrong. I had left a certain letter out, which is the letter K. It takes 2 Ks to spell that word. It's spelled N-E. I know you would like to have this word. It's E-N-U-K-K-A. I spelled it with 1 K. And it kept giving me the Pythagorean numerology and the Chaldean numerology. That's how it gave me who I was. That my inner self gave me who I was. It's spelled like I'll put it in here. This is the word.
So this is dividing it up between the vowels, right? The consonants, the N letter, the 14th letter versus the K, the 11th letter is your first connection, your K9, your communication into the divided house, right? The U is going to complete what is first, but in the house of Mars. The reason for that, a double reduction. It is within the I, 575. What that means is what is like F and H, okay? When you use number 7, all the numbers change, right? In the 7th house,
Now,
what is 6? Everything ends and reconnects between 6 and 7.
and that is literally the first word that I ever broke down in numerology. And when I did it, it gave me the number 21, which is the day I was born.
So you see the ENA, right? That's where the world divides within the sun, your DNA within the sun. I don't know how I don't know. Listen, I'm very tired right now, but look at that. It even says Kenku. And this KU, when it comes together, that's Japanese.
See, and that is the oldest living language on the planet. It is actually arguably older than Sumerian language.
How old is it?
It's over 10,000 years old.
Okay, just want to ask, what's it called? Rainchild, can you do me a favor and back up a little bit your paper? Can you move over now? I want to go to the others. Yeah, right there. Okay. Okay, now I'm still have to go over why. See, I do in numbers why something is what it is. If it exists, if there's a creator on this planet, right? Who created this? I'll go back hundreds and thousands of years to see who called these signs. And I want to go back to Galileo. Now I want to go back. Let me hold on a second. Let me do this. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
See, that's why it's
What is
important.
the oldest astrologer?
The Magi.
Okay, the astrology goes into Babylonian times.
Right, which is the Magi. The Magi are the ones that are the first kings that when they said the three kings of the three kings that went to go see Yeshua in the manger, they were not kings. They were Magi. They were pagan astrologers and philosophers. That's how they knew when to go watch. That's how they knew when to watch the sky and how to get there. They were Persian.
Okay, so here I have Babylonian astrology, and I have 32 tablets, which equates to half the game of 8 by 4, which is good because that's the Trinity, 4 into 12 and 8 into 12, 2/3 and 1/3. I just want to see this Virgo, Earth, Scorpio, Pluto. Scorpio, I think, is 95. Pluto is 84. 9 and 5 is a 5. Pluto's a 3. Water's a 4. 3, 4, and 5. I can practically go play golf. Scorpio forever. Just to note that if Scorpio is forever, Scorpio and Leo are 13s. They go together.
I know. Yeah.
Everything ignites between Leo and Virgo. Between Virgo and Libra. That's where the ignition begins, right there. And you set Earth and air and Venus and Mercury. What are you going to say about that? What can we do with that?
Well, the reason the earth and air are okay. Earth is 25 in Pythagorean. Air is still 19. So you have 17. So that gives you the 17. That gives you the 8. Or you can go 29 plus 5, which is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 13, no, 10, 11, 12.
It gives you 44 area space in the fire zone.
That's the 44. I was told to wait until I was 44 years old to start releasing the information that I know. On January 21st of 2025, we had the 6th planetary alignment. The number 121 is what creates the 11. The 1 created the 2, which created the 1. That 121 is a perfect square. It is 11 times 11. I'm also an 11th zodiac sign.
Did you know that if I took...
When you put my name...
I just want to show you something. You see this here?
Yes,
I'm going to show you some. Yeah, we're going to stop with that for now. I memorized it. I took it down, and thanks, Rain Child. Much appreciated. I want to do this. You see this here?
Yes, sir.
If I take this and put it here, right? No, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it this way. I've got these cubes here, and everything was running, okay, just perfect. My question is, these 4 cubes here, everything was running just perfect, right? And then what happened is they separated them, and they did this, and they put this. Now, you see this over here? Hold on a second. You see that?
Yes, sir.
Everything is running in the background. What happened over here is they came in and they put a cross inside the center over here.
The cross has 5 points.
And they created that. And they separated Mars to 4 corners. They have the 4 edges on 3 different sides for 12 times 2 is 24, and the 8 corners for 24. When I remove it, what I have is all corners.
Mm-hmm.
So here there's nothing, it's a window. This is the window. This is the cross. This window will pass in each one of these corners, and every time it passes, look at that. It'll only show 1, and then it'll come here, and it'll show 1, and then it'll come here, and it'll show 1, and then it'll come here, and it'll show 1. This will be on 3 different levels because Rubik's Cube is made up of 3 different levels.
And that's something that you have brought to my attention as well, that I actually found today that I didn't know. I knew, okay, Earth is 25 and Pythagorean. It's also 52 and simple, which is the 77, correct?
Right.
I've had my nickname since I was a kid of Rabbit, which is also 52 and 25.
Right.
Okay. So when I started, I put this into this play. Now, what I've also learned is in simple numerology, my name is written, my first name is written out as 69. In Chaldean, it's 19. In Pythagorean, it's 33. When I add 69, 33, and 19, what are the odds that I get the number 121? My birthday, 121. What are the odds of that?
So your birthday's May 1st?
January 21st. I'm an Aquarius.
Okay. Well, then your odds are breaking down a little bit more because you can get a lot of 121s. You can get other 121s in December. You can get the 1st of December as well.
12
But,
one. Yeah, I
you
got
can get
that.
the 121st day of the year, which is also a May 1st. So I wasn't sure which way you were going. You could have
No,
been.
I'm just
Yeah.
looking at the fact. I'm just looking at the fact of that's what it came up to. In Pythagorean, if you take Pythagorean and you take Chaldean and you add the 33 to the 19, you get the number 52.
Right, but this is not about our individuality.
No, I'm
This
just
is
saying,
about
this is
showing
how-
the world how
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm saying.
games work. What's that?
The Saturn come. That's how I got that's how I learned about the Saturn.
I understand, but still, how what we learn for ourselves.
Yeah, I'm bringing it into play so others can take. Okay, I got you. That's what you're saying. I understand.
No, I'm trying to figure out what it is. I understand this is where the life path goes, that we are connected to the numbers, but not where the numbers come out of games. And because I want to show the theory of how games tell stories and how we connect to numbers. Wow, we're always going to connect to numbers, but what the games say and the truth that it's an absolute truth that you cannot change 4 times 4. You cannot change the connections you make with your star numbers. You cannot change the reality that they share. But anyways, I'm done for the night. I'm exhausted. I might join another channel, but I don't want to program anymore because it's draining. Thank you for coming up. Happy that you're well, and that's over with. Take it easy on the road. Don't trust anybody but your own mirror.
I was hit by a drunk driver.
Well-
It's caused by a drunk driver.
Yeah, there you got hit by a spirit. There you go.
I mean, yeah, the spirit tried to take me out. They don't want me here.
I just missed one myself the other day. It was crazy. It was really crazy. Just like unbelievable what happened in front of me.
Yeah, I put the story up. I mean, like it's pretty graphic. You can actually see my body laying there. I'm not alive.
Well, I'm gonna check it out, but for right now, we gotta go. I'm gonna probably